Hello, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for Chelsea against LAFC, Los Angeles, in the Club World Cup, the FIFA Club World Cup. I'm not entirely sure where this game is actually being played. Is it being played anywhere close to Los Angeles? Is it is it effectively a home game for LAFC? I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a little look. I want to see where it is being played. Chelsea, it is being played at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. There you go. So no, it's nowhere near the LAFC. But yeah, there you go. Looking forward to this one. Really looking forward to this one. Liam Delap making his debut, I believe, for Chelsea. We will go through the lineups very, very shortly. He doesn't start in the first 11, Delap. He is on the bench. And Giroud doesn't start either, but Lloris does. Hugo Lloris does. He's starting in goal for LAFC. And yeah, listen, this is going to be a really, really interesting game. It's the first time we've seen an English team in the tournament. And how are Chelsea going to shape up against LAFC? They are overwhelming favourites. Maybe not quite as much as Bayern were against Auckland the other day, but it's still going to be a very, very good game to watch. I want to get your predictions, your thoughts, and we'll be going through all the other bits and bobs as we normally do throughout the course of a game. We'll be talking rubbish about Man United and Liverpool and Arsenal and City and all the transfer rumours and everything, as we normally do, as you'd expect on a Premier League Dad stream, and probably talking about lots of other rubbish as well. But listen, I want to get your thoughts. Dive in the comments as well. Please don't forget, wherever you are watching this, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube or TikTok or X or Instagram or Facebook, wherever it might be, please make sure you like and you comment and you subscribe and be part of the Premier League Dad community. And yeah, massive thanks to everyone that has so far. We have flown to 5,000 subscribers inside 6 months. Callum Wilson's one of the pundits on tonight's game. I'm really surprised by that. Right, anyway, listen, massive thank you. First off, a big thank you to our sponsors, Match Bingo. Match Bingo are continuing to sponsor Premier League Dad for the foreseeable, hopefully. They are an absolutely great bunch of guys over there. They fuse, they splice in a genius way all the fun and excitement that you would associate with a bet on the football, if you like a bet on the football. They fuse that with all the fun and excitement you'd get from a game of bingo. That is what Match Bingo is about. It is an incredibly quickly growing app. Over 10,000 players in the UK and growing incredibly quickly. Go and check it out. Go and find out what it's about. As I say, if you do that and you download the app via the link in my description, or you can scan the QR code which is on screen right now, you can download the Match Bingo app and you can find out for yourself what it's about. You can buy a bingo card for a game like tonight, for Chelsea against LAFC. Buy a bingo card, you'll get 15 random events that take place during the game. That's what happens on your bingo card. I think it costs you about £2, right? You deposit £5, by the way. Deposit £5, you get £10 free. Use that £15 that you've got, buy a bingo card for a game like tonight, and on your bingo card it will say things like corner to Chelsea, right? Corner to Chelsea, and it'll mark it off on your card as it happens. Throw in to LAFC, and as it happens, it'll mark it off on your card. Obviously, there's lots of other things. It might be free kick, it might be an offside given, it might be a goal, it might be a penalty given during the game, or a yellow card to a certain team. It might be whatever, right? But either way, there's always these things that you as the game is going on, you've got these events on your bingo card, and it marks it off for a line, marks it off for 2 lines, and you get prizes for a line, 2 lines, and a full house. The same way you do in bingo. You can win yourself a small fortune, over 200 grand of prize money already paid out to Match Bingo players, and they're absolutely fantastic. A massive thank you to them for helping us grow as a channel. And yeah, we'll get stuck in. With that said, let's get stuck into the game. Let's have enough of Match Bingo for the time being. Massive thank you to them, of course, but let's get stuck into Chelsea and LAFC. Right, let's turn on TikTok and let's turn on all the others. Right, so lineups are as follows. For LAFC, it's Lloris in goal. Hollingshead, Segura, Long, and Palencia. at right back. It's then Igor Jesus, Tillman and Delgado in midfield. Timothy Tillman, is that Malik Tillman's brother? I wonder. I would assume so. Malik Tillman was absolutely fantastic. I think he still is a very, very good player. But yeah, Timothy Tillman in midfield for LA. Oh, come on. Why is this not working? Right, there you go, that's better. Delgado alongside him, and then the front three of Buanga, Ebo Bis, and Ordaz. That is the front three for LAFC. For Chelsea, it is Robert Sanchez in goal, right back Reece James, Adrabayo, Colwill, Cucurella at the back, and then it's Caicedo, Lavia, Palmer, midfield three. And the front three is Neto, Jackson, Madueke. Not sure about that. Not sure about that. Razine, hiya mate, can't watch but still won't end the Prem Dad streak. Have fun mate. Cheers Razine, good to see you as always mate. Take it easy. Good to have you on the channel. Great to have you mate. And yeah, hopefully we get you back soon. I know it's not necessarily the easiest game for you to watch with the time difference and everything. But yeah, good to have you mate as always. Chelsea have got a lot of decent players on the bench that they can bring on. A lot of players that you would imagine will come on during the game, whether that be Gusto, Dewsbury Hall, and Kunku, Fernandez, Badiashile, Delap, of course. They've also got Asugo on the bench. Asugo, the new signing. They've got Guiu, Ashampong, Tyreek George, Anselmino, who I think is another new signing, isn't he? Is Anselmino a new signing? I'm sure he is. Is he the one who came in from Boca? Anselmino. Aaron Anselmino. Yes, he came in from Boca. 20 years old. I'm sure he's a left back, isn't he? Yeah. Aaron Anselmino. He hasn't played for Chelsea yet, has he? Has he played for Chelsea? This is going to be annoying because I don't know if he has played for Chelsea. I don't think he has. No, he hasn't played for Chelsea yet. He was out on loan at Boca Juniors. He hasn't yet kicked a ball for Chelsea. Right, 1 second. I'm not ignoring your TikTok. I'll be right there with you. Just give me 2 secs. I'm gonna get onto TikTok. I'm just making sure we're all caught up with all of the starting lineup info and everything. Right, okay. Okay, so okay, perfect. Cheers, mate. Yeah, thank you for the gift. Really appreciate it. It's not looking particularly full here, admittedly. I know it's 45 minutes to kick off, but I would have thought that LAFC and Chelsea, I would have thought that maybe it would have been a bit more full in Atlanta. It's one of the disappointing things of the Club World Cup. I've got to say, isn't it? It's one of the more disappointing things that actually we've got a lot of fixtures that are barely being watched by the local populace. It feels like a lot of the locals aren't really all that excited by the Club World Cup. Would you agree with that? Feels like, yeah, there's barely half the stadium's full in a lot of the games, which I'm sure is not what FIFA were planning. Definitely not what FIFA were planning for this one. Right, I'll get the lineups up on screen. Let's get the lineups up and we can at least talk through them in a bit more detail, because there's some players in there that I don't particularly recognise. Right, Chelsea, LAFC, lineups. Okay, right, there you go. So, image. Right, that's the one, isn't it? That's the one we want. Done. And we can show it. There you go. That's the lineups. There you go. I've put them on screen on YouTube. If you do want to watch them, you can check them out. Get over to YouTube and you can see the lineups on screen in real time right now. DJ, what's the best niche shirt, non-prem? I mean, I'm always partial to the South American kits. I love like an Atlas. I love Atlas kits and Club America kits, and big fan of like Colo kits, and I'd love a Liverpool Montevideo kit. Obviously a Liverpool fan, I'd love Liverpool Montevideo, which is a blue and black stripe kit. I'd love to get that one. That might be my next one. Ashton, what year is that Brazil top? I think it's about 2006, 2007, about then. Blanchmeister, the Club World crap is on. I think I might rewatch the In-Betweeners. In-Betweeners is good fun as well, if nothing else. But yeah, no, thing is, mate, I think the Club World Cup only gets good probably once we're into the knockout stages. I would agree with that. Blanchmeister, Liverpool all the way. Yeah. Right. I'll take that down now off YouTube, because if anyone does want to see him, I can put the lineups up. But that's the lineups on for this one. Jaden Reese-Thompson, Chelsea for the win, 2-1. Is Giroud playing? Is Giroud on the bench for LA? I'm not sure if he is, you know. He is, yeah. Giroud is on the bench. I'm trying to think of other players who we might recognise, maybe. David Martinez, he's one who's well thought of, Venezuelan striker. There's Odin Holm, who many might remember from Celtic. He was briefly at Celtic. And Olivier Giroud, who has 3 goals in 24 appearances for LAFC. He is at the ripe old age of 38, so he's not himself anymore, but he is. He's very nearly 39. Actually, he's 39 in a couple of months. So 39. He's got 3 goals in 24 appearances for LAFC. Blanchmeister, Chelsea should win 9-0. No excuses. They're not putting 9 past Hugo Lloris, are they? Surely. Old format, just with the better teams, works perfect. The thing is, I think that's going to be harsh, or going to be hard, isn't it? With calling it the Club World Cup, but just having the best teams in the world. Like if you just did it as the coefficient rating, like if you just did it based on who the actual best teams in the world was, you wouldn't have anyone from Mexico. You wouldn't have anyone from, you know, any of the North American or Central American leagues or the African leagues. Al Ahly wouldn't be in it. Al Ain wouldn't be in it. Al Hilal wouldn't be in it. Pachuca wouldn't be in it. Botafogo wouldn't be in it. You know, there's a lot of teams who are in this tournament. Who none of them, you know, Urawa Red Diamonds, Mamelodi Sundowns. None of them are getting a kick against Brentford, are they? Brentford had knocked 7 shades out of most of these. So, you know, I know what you're getting. Bayern 10 v Auckland 0 is the example of the strength of it. I get your point, but I think you have to have those teams in it a little bit. You have to have those teams in it. It does make a little bit of a mockery of it that it's the FIFA Club World Cup, but it is about the best that each country has to offer. But do you know what the annoying thing is? The really, really annoying thing is it's not actually about the best that each country has to offer. Because if you're a top player in New Zealand, you're not playing for Auckland City, are you? If you're a top player and you're from New Zealand, like Chris Wood, for example, if you're a top player and you're from New Zealand, you're probably getting a move when you're younger, and you're probably going playing for a City or a Liverpool or a Real Madrid or a Barcelona. You probably go into Europe, and you probably have to justify your career and to improve. So it's not our best against their best. It just makes a mockery of it, doesn't it? It just ends up being a load of people from around the world who a bit like David Mitchell said, people from around the world who temporarily wear the same coloured shirt for 90 minutes. Like, it used to be about our best against their best. I'd like to go back to a time where it is that. Alfie, all those teams had the chance to win it in the old format, literally just a summer Champions League. Yeah, no, that's probably fair. It's a fair assessment, mate. It is a fair assessment. Kieran Baines, I'm back. Good to see you, Kieran. How's it going, mate? Right, well, we are 40 minutes, less than 40 minutes to kick off now. Do you know what? Olivier Giroud had a really, really good scoring record for AC Milan after he left Chelsea. Like, he got 24, nearly 40 goals in 90 appearances, 40 and 90, which, when you consider he would have been 36, 7, 30, 35, 36, 37 at AC Milan, and he was still getting maybe 1 in 2 at AC Milan as well. That's not bad going. But as soon as he's left AC Milan, he's gone to LA. You can tell he's just completely dropped it, hasn't he? He's completely just thought, actually, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. And he's got 3 in 24. Jaden, what's your predictions for the match? I think Chelsea win quite comfortably. I would imagine maybe 4 or 5-0. My predictions are I've got Liam Delap to have a shot on target in the game. I've got Chelsea to score a goal in each half. I've got Chelsea to get a corner in each half. I've got LA to get under 2 goals, so they can get 1 maximum, but no more than that. And I've got Chelsea to have the most shots on target. As long as that happens, I'm fine. Charlie, how's it going, Charlie? Good to see you, mate. Edit King, prediction for Chelsea v LA. I'm going to go 4-0. Yeah, I'll go 4-0. Kieran shattered from my walk. I can imagine, mate. 3 hours, that's some going. Well done, you. Good lad. You're a better man than I. You're a better man than I, I'll tell you that. 3 hours is some... How far did you get in 3 hours, out of interest? Charlie, did you watch the Montenegro match? I did, yeah. It was a great watch. Thank you for the gifts, Charlie. Yeah, I watched the Montenegro match. It was good fun. 5-0 to Denmark. Great performance as well. Yeah, great performance. Some really, really good goals as well. Right, what else do we need to be chatting about in the build-up to this game? Let's go through some other things. I want a quick reminder as well. Quick reminder for those that are interested. We are going to be live on Wednesday morning for the announcement of the Premier League fixtures. So I will be live at 8 a.m. It's a 9 a.m. announcement. I'll be live at 8 a.m. I'll be showing every single team's first 5 and last 5, so we can talk through the run-ins, the title run-in, the relegation run-in, what teams are opening with, what that might mean the table looks like, what all of the implications and all of that sort of stuff. We'll be covering all that on Wednesday morning. This Wednesday, 9 a.m. is the fixture announcement. I'll be live from 8 a.m. on here, on YouTube, on X, on Twitch, on Instagram, on Facebook, and everywhere else. So yeah. Aston King, thoughts on the Club World Cup? It's going to be a tough watch, I think, up until the knockout rounds. We're going to see a lot of games where you'd expect teams to just get blown away. Like Bayern and Auckland, like this one, I think it might be 3 or 4-0 to Chelsea. Charlie, I was in Montenegro on holiday the other week, so I keep checking the scores. It's a beautiful country. Yeah, my mate's just got back from Montenegro. It's very, very nice, I'm told. Very, very nice. Thanks for the like, Sean. Really appreciate you liking the live, mate. Thanks for the comments as well, and for the subscribe, for those that have subscribed and liked on YouTube. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you. But quite a few people subscribe on YouTube in the last 24 hours since we did the PSG Atletico Madrid game. Thank you for that, for those that have. We are flying towards 6,000. Charlie, it was lovely. We went to the town of Budva, nicest country I've been to. Wow. That's a bold It's a bold call, that. I mean, I don't know how many countries you've been to. Maybe it's not that bold of a call. Maybe you've only been to England and Montenegro. But no, I'm sure maybe you've got about a bit, Charlie. But yeah, Montenegro I've heard very, very good things about. I'd like to go and do more of Eastern Europe. You know, I loved Poland. Love Poland. Croatia's supposed to be beautiful. I'd love to do more of that. Montenegro, obviously, too. Yeah. I'd quite like to go and do somewhere like Romania and even Albania and places like that. Some jewels in Eastern Europe, some untapped jewels. Charlie, I'm going to Poland next year, visiting Krakow. That's where I went with my stag do, you know. Been to Krakow about three or four times now? I don't know, 3 or 4. I've been to Krakow quite a bit. Yeah, Krakow's lovely. The main square in Krakow with the old church and everything. Beautiful, gorgeous food. Go and try pierogi. Go and try some pierogi. Yeah, it's nice, very, very nice. Jaden Reese, are you live on TikTok? I am live on TikTok now. Yes, mate, I'm back on TikTok. Obviously, I was suspended from the 6th to the 13th. So I'm back now. I've been back on for the last 3 days, but I am still kind of shadow banned on there. So we've only got 5 people watching on TikTok right now, which, as you know, if you've watched before, TikTok usually gets us at least a few hundred, sometimes a few thousand are watching simultaneously on TikTok. We've had up to 3,000 watching simultaneously at one time. So, yeah, we're limited for the next 2 weeks. You get shadow banned on TikTok for a little bit. So I would imagine probably till the end of this month it's going to be pretty dull on TikTok. Plug, Jaws is the best movie ever. Jaws is great. Don't go back into the water. Charlie, did you watch England versus Slovenia last night? No. Last night we were watching PSG Atletico Madrid. So we stuck with that one. Kieran, well, my phone says 15,000 steps in 3 hours. Well, that's good going. 15,000 steps, you've probably done... You had to cover off about 5k there, maybe. Yeah, it's not bad going. Daz Reynolds, what's your prediction for this game? I think Chelsea walk it. I would imagine 4-0 plus. Yeah, 4-0 plus. Gav's highlights, come on Chelsea, don't embarrass ourselves. Daz, what's the lineups, please? I'll put the lineups on screen now, Daz. There you go. You can go and see it. That's the lineups. Kieran, it's about 10 miles. 10 miles? Okay, that isn't bad at all. Matt OL, what do you think about Arsenal and 3 big new signings for you? What do I think about Arsenal? I think Arsenal need to go bigger. I'm a little bit concerned. Well, I'm not concerned. I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm not concerned about Arsenal at all. What I mean is, I thought Arsenal would go bigger this summer. I was expecting Mikel Arteta to kind of go broke and go, do you know what? I am in a real bind here. I'm in a real bind, and if I don't get... Sorry, I'll unhide that now. Yeah, if I don't get the players that I need this summer, I'm probably going to lose my job. That's what I thought Mikel Arteta would do, and I think Mikel Arteta would have gone, do you know what? I'm gonna really push for players that can get me over the line this year. You know, like an Alexander Isak, for example. Maybe even a Watkins. Maybe Ollie Watkins, because honestly, I think Ollie Watkins would be the next best thing for Arsenal. Instead, they're probably going to end up with a Sesko or a Gyökeres. Both players, I think, probably take 2 to 3 years to really adapt to the Premier League. It's going to be really difficult for Arsenal. It's going to be very difficult for Arsenal. It's really, really tough for them. I think Zubamendi's a downgrade on Partey. He's not that same sort of player. They're going to lose legs in the midfield. He's a good player, Zubamendi. Yeah, he's a good player, but I'm not sure he's the player that Arsenal maybe need. I think it changes Arsenal a little bit, that. So yeah, not a great start for Arsenal in the transfer market. I'm a little bit concerned, I guess. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would be concerned by the players that they're being linked with. And Yeah, if it was, and obviously, look, they're even being linked with Rodrigo at Real Madrid. If you're going to spend 100 million or thereabouts on Rodrigo, I don't understand why you wouldn't just go and drop 120 on Isak. Go and get 120 on Isak. You get him. You get him. And then the three big new signings for Liverpool, great. I mean, it's four, technically. It's Mamardashvili coming in to maybe compete with Alisson, and Mamardashvili was maybe the best goalkeeper in La Liga last year. He was great. He was fantastic. If you watch just YouTube clip up Mamardashvili top 10 saves last year. The guy is sensational. Absolutely sensational. So we might be getting another one of the top keepers in the world with Mamardashvili. Kirkez, Frimpong, again, they're probably not the fullbacks I would have gone for, but I can see why we've gone and got them. They're good fullbacks. They can play high, they're pacey, they're young, they're good value. So, yeah, I'm happy with them, albeit not the signings I would have gone for. And I think it's kind of the same with Wirtz, to be honest. It's kind of the same with Florian Wirtz. He's not the player I would have signed for Liverpool, but for 150 million quid, you're hard pushed to... Oh, sorry, for 100 million quid, you're hard pushed to find a better wide player or a better number 10 that you could pick up. I don't think there is one. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. I'm really excited. Whether or not it actually results in Liverpool lifting the title again, I guess time will tell. Emiliano, your prediction. My prediction for this is probably going to be, I think 4-0 for Chelsea. Yeah, about 4-0 for Chelsea. Charlie reckons Sunderland will stay up. I don't. I'd like them to, Charlie. Honestly, I really would like them to, but I don't think they will. Yeah, I don't think they will. I think the loss of Bellingham is going to be a blow for them. I think they end up signing maybe someone like Hamer or someone like Radoni or someone like that who is Championship proven but not Prem proven to try and compensate for that. Obviously, the Briss hasn't managed in the Premier League before, so there's that worry. And generally, I just think they're a very young side. Like, a lot of the players they've got are very good, talented young players. Mayenda is brilliant. Isidore's brilliant. Rig is brilliant. Dan Ballard, brilliant. They've got some really talented players in there. I like Neil as well. Neil in the midfield is very talented. Losing Watson is a big blow as well. Obviously, they scored the winner in the playoff final, but yeah, I think Sunderland might struggle. Which I know isn't a controversial thing. It isn't a controversial thing, but I do. I think Sunderland might struggle. I would like to see them invest well. And hopefully they can stay up. Yeah, I'm rooting for them, mate. I'd like them to stay up. Scorloop Pie. How's it going, Scorloop? Good to see you, mate. Emiliano, is the Wirtz deal finished? Basically, he's having his medical on Friday this week. So it'll be announced by the weekend, I would imagine. Charlie, I've renewed my season ticket, hoping for a few wins. At Sunderland, nice. At the Stadium of Light. Lovely ground. Okay. So, with that said, 25 minutes or so to kick off. Let's have a look and see what news comes to us from the football world. Apparently, there is movement with Liverpool and Alexander Isak. Emiliano, I'm now going to YouTube because you say it's better. Cheers, Emiliano. Yeah, it does. It certainly helps me more. So if you do want to help the channel, then yes, absolutely, it's better for me if you're watching on YouTube. But that said, if you prefer it on TikTok, then there's no problem you staying. I love you no matter where you're watching this. But yeah, it's certainly better for me. It helps me. If you do want to support the channel, it helps me if you watch it on YouTube. Definitely. Or at least it does right now, anyway. Charlie, watching any games tomorrow? Yes, mate. You know, we're watching games every day on this channel. We watch games every single day. The games that we've got on tomorrow are Fluminense against Borussia Dortmund. That is the early game. That's at 4 p.m. We're going to be live for that one. And then the 8 p.m. game is River Plate against Urawa Red Diamonds. Now, I'm debating whether or not to watch them. Some people have said, can we watch something a bit different? Can we watch maybe the Germany under-19s, Germany v England under-19s game? So I might end up doing that. I might not do the Dortmund game and instead do the Germany v England game. I don't know yet. I don't know. Time will tell. Do you know what I might do? I think I'm going to change them. I'm going to do Germany, England, and Spain, Italy. Spain under-21s v Italy under-21s. So I might do that. We'll see. Charlie, I'll come to YouTube too. Is it just Premier League Dad? It is, mate. Yeah, just search Premier League Dad. We've got a slightly different view on YouTube. As I say, you can get it on. You can find it on the. You get a scoreboard, and we've got a goal banner and everything. Yeah, all that stuff. It's a bit better on YouTube. A lot of people start on TikTok and then gravitate over to YouTube. So, yeah, if you can, that's great. If you don't want to, that's totally fine too. Emiliano, hi, here I am. You think Dortmund 3, Fluminense 0 tomorrow? Okay, well, yeah, I mean, maybe I'm going to let you guys guide me on what to do. But I think the best thing tomorrow certainly would be to do Germany and England in the under-19 championships and then do Spain v Italy in the under-21 championships. While the rest of the world is focused on the Club World Cup, maybe we take our eyes and watch some proper competitive football. Because River Plate v Urawa Red Diamonds, it doesn't inspire, does it? It really doesn't inspire. So maybe we skip that out. Nick Knack, good to see you, Nick Knack. How's it going, mate? How's it going? 1 second, where are we up to? Alan Gaming, is that Chelsea v LA? Yes, it is. Chelsea v LA at the Atlanta Stadium in Georgia. Pleef PH, will there ever be a boy born who can swim faster than a shark? I love that. I love The Office. Absolutely love The Office. Charlie, there'll be some class games. Yeah, definitely. So I need to change that. Emiliano, I think you can make a vote whether Dortmund or Germany game on YouTube. Should we try that, actually? Yeah, go on, let me try on YouTube, see if I can get a vote going. I don't know how I can get a vote, but I'll try it. Let's see if we can get a vote. There's got to be a way. There has to be a way, hasn't there? Let's see. Can we get some sort of a poll going or a vote or something? Stream settings. Is it maybe in stream settings? Add emojis. Engage with your audience. Here we go. Start a poll. Right. So, ask a question. Question is... for tomorrow's... Right, which game should we watch tomorrow night? England under-19 versus Germany under-19, or Fluminense versus Borussia Dortmund. Has someone just sent me something? Oh, it's Jake. There he is. Cheers, Jake. Right, start poll. There you go. The poll has been added. If anyone wants to vote in the poll on TikTok, you do have to go over to TikTok. Over to YouTube. I don't know how you add the poll on TikTok, and it's far too much for me to do all that anyway. Cheers, Jake. But yeah, you can vote in the poll. You can let me know what you're thinking for tomorrow night's game. Which one are we going to do? England under-19s v Germany under-19s, or Borussia Dortmund against Fluminense in the Club World Cup? King Sloth, yes, finally, proper football, no more Club World Cup for one day. MUFC edits, where do you think Mbermo is going? I think Mbermo's going to United, mate. I'm sad to say it, because I'm a Liverpool fan and he was one of my favourite players in the Prem last season. I'm really gutted if he does end up going to United. But, that said, I'll be gutted if he does go United. I'm hoping that Spurs swoop in at the last minute and make it work, but yeah, I don't know. King Sloth, definitely the internationals. SXime, good to see your prediction. You think Chelsea batter them how Auckland got battered? Not quite, no. I don't think it's going to be that much of a battering, because LAFC are still a professional football team. I think they'll make more of a game of it. I also think Chelsea aren't as good as Bayern Munich, but I would imagine it's going to be maybe 4-5-0. It's going to be a good win for Chelsea. Put it this way, I have put my money where my mouth is on this one. I have got Chelsea to score in both halves. I've got LAFC under 2 goals. I've got Chelsea to have the most shots on target and Chelsea to have a corner in each half, which I know isn't much, but it was a free tenner, 4-1. Why not? Jake, Al Ittihad owned by PIF. I've spoken to Bruno Guimaraes, agent, for a move to Saudi. Hope he stays. Can't see it. Pablo, how's it going, Pablo? Estevao will struggle in the Prem. Do you know what? I thought that as well. I'm glad you're saying that, Pablo, because I thought that when I watched him the other night against Porto Palmeiras. I thought that. And all I've seen are other people saying that it's going to be, really, really, really big move for him and he's going to do really well and all this. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it from him. Emiliano, that's a good way to decide which game you watch for future games. Yeah, do you know what? We'll do that. We will do that, Emiliano. What I'll do is for future games, I promise we'll put a poll on. For every game that we do, we'll try and do a poll for the next day's game or something like that. If there is an option, we'll do a poll and we'll see which games we're doing. It's better than that than me choosing every single one, isn't it? Because to be fair, I've chosen, some people have gone, hang on a minute, you should have done this game or that game. So that's fine. You guys can choose. From now on, you can choose which games we watch, which watch-alongs we do. We'll do it. We'll put it to a vote. So I agree. Nick Nack, looks like a strong Chelsea lineup. Yeah, I mean, I've just put it up on the screen. I'll put it up on again, just so people who haven't seen it can see it on YouTube. If you do want to look, you can see that is the lineups that we've got for Chelsea against LA. That's the starting lineups. It's a pretty strong one, isn't it? King Sloth, come on, LA, hate Chelsea. Come on, LA. Yeah, what else do we need to be talking about? Let's have a little look at see the other news coming in from across the Premier League. I'm really fascinated by Brighton's signing of Coppola, or Coppola, whichever way we want to pronounce it, from Verona. I think that's an absolute bargain. A proper bargain. Atletico Madrid have placed Luca Dean on a list of alternative options should their interest in Andy Robertson reach a dead end. Robertson has been identified by Atletico Madrid as their top summer transfer target, with the future of the Scotland captain clouded by the anticipated arrival of Milos Kerkez. There have been suggestions that Atletico are looking to pay as little as £4 million for Andy Robertson. In what world do they get him for £4 million? I'm sorry, that is absolutely laughable. That is laughable. Honestly, that's really annoyed me, that. £4 million. You ain't getting £4 million for him. Or you let me rephrase that. £4 million for Andy Robertson is a rip-off. It's daylight robbery. Can people still vote in the poll? Yes, they can, sorry. They can still vote in the poll. I believe you can anyway. I don't see why you can't. Nick Knack, I feel a bit dirty watching this, but I need my football fix. Daz Reynolds, no games on Channel 5 tomorrow, I don't think. You can still watch them all on DAZN free. You can still watch them all. Jake, it's been reported by 442 who have Bruno G tanked 4th in the world. Bruno G is ranked 4th in the world. In what? Biggest divers? Biggest whingers? Jake, Luke, LUFC, marching on together. Good to see you. How do you think you're going to do next year, Luke? How do you think you're going to get on this year? That Lucas Nemesha is a very good signing for Leeds, isn't it? Benk V8, Wrexham to sign Costel Pantilimon. I walked past him in the Arndale a couple of years ago, and he's absolutely massive. Admittedly, I'm not tall, but he was massive. He's huge, him. Costel Pantilimon. Nick Knack, where did Atletico learn to negotiate? By watching The Apprentice. Yeah, honestly, it's shocking, isn't it? We want your best left back, and we want him, even though he's been like one of the best left backs ever, and he's not, 40. He's still played every game pretty much as you've won the league title. We want him, and our opening bid is £4 million. What do you think? Nay, on your bike. Random videos. Can you actually watch it for free? Yes, you can. You can. Let me unhide that. Sorry, you can. Yes, you can watch it for free. You just need to go and download the DAZN app. If you've got the DAZN app, I think you can download it on your phone. You can download it on your smart TV. Download it. Register. It takes 2 minutes. All you have to do is put an email address in, and you can watch it for free. Totally free on DAZN. Struan Clark, I am in McDonald's. What right now? What should I get? Honestly, that's one thing I've stopped eating. And I didn't used to eat a lot of it, to be honest. I mean, that might surprise you, But I don't like it. It's all chemically, isn't it? It all feels a bit chemically. Don't mind if I'm absolutely like I've been out on a night out or something. Occasionally I'll get like a boxer. I can deck a box of nuggets. I reckon I could deck a box of 20. Probably do a box of 20. But yeah, the fries aren't very nice there anymore. Burgers taste a bit chemically. Yeah, I can take or leave Mackies, to be honest. I've dropped nearly 5 stone in 6 months, and a big part of that is because I haven't touched Mackies. I haven't touched it. Tell a lie, I had a breakfast because I was trying to kill time in a service station about 4 months ago, and I had a breakfast, and that's literally it. Cheers, mate. I'll order that right now for me and my granny. Nice, do it. 20 box of nuggets for you and someone else. I mean, you could probably get 40. Bet your old girl could polish off another 20 nuggets. Get her a garlic dip. Something like that. That garlic dip. Or the sweet chilli dip. Nick Knack will give you 10p for him. Random videos, is it a one-off? I thought you had to pay for DAZN. You do, yeah, you do have to pay for DAZN. But they have got the rights to the Club World Cup, and every single Club World Cup game, every single one, is broadcast for free on DAZN. So every single game from now to the end of the tournament is completely free on DAZN. You can watch it, you just have to have an account. You just have to set up an account, you can watch it for free. If you go to the DAZN website, you can even watch it on your laptop or whatever if you want to. Emiliano, grab your money and go out of McDonald's. Yeah, exactly, mate. Honestly, it wouldn't bother me if I never had a Mackies again. Mackies, I can take or leave. I think if I had to, what is your Subway? What is your not your takeaway? If it was a takeaway of choice, it's an Indian, isn't it? It's definitely a curry. I'd quite happily have a curry. I reckon I could eat a curry every night, to be honest. Curry's fantastic. But if I'm out and about and you've got to have like a snack, like a fast food, I think I'd go Subway. I'd go Subway before I went Mackey's. I would have said KFC there, but you feel like you're gonna die after the KFC now. King's Loft, doesn't Gabriel Pack play for LA on the right wing? He's a quality player. Surprised no one's gone for him. Gabriel Pack? Who's Gabriel Pack? Let me have a look. No, there is no Gabriel Pack. There's Cengiz Under. There's Smolyakov, Artem Smolyakov. Odin Holm, Olivier Giroud, Bouanga, Dennis Bouanga. He was quite good at Saint-Etienne a few years ago. I remember him. Jeremy Ibobis. Again, had a good record in the MLS, but he hasn't really done much, to be honest, at LA. But yeah, I don't know about a Gabriel Mack. Jake, chicken biryani, chips, 2 chapatis and 3 poppadoms for me. I've never had a chapati. What is a chapati? What is it? Random videos, I love a curry, you can't beat it. Yeah, no, I would literally have a curry every day. But I'd probably be a lot even bigger than I am. I'd love a curry. I honestly, curries, I've not had a curry in a long time. Biryani's not a curry though. Biryani doesn't count as a curry. You can't have that. You can't have that. I also wouldn't have chips as well. You've got to have rice. I'd go maybe pilau rice or a mushroom rice with a madras or a maybe a vindaloo, depending on what it is. Oh, they're doing that whole thing again. Oh. They're doing the Space Jam announcements. Here. Biryani is a rice dish. Yeah, it is a rice dish, but it's a rice dish. A rice dish that's like heavily rice. It's not saucy, is it? Biryani's not saucy. King Sloth might be with Brazil. He's 24. Just checked. Definitely plays for them. But he's not in the squad. Yeah, he's not in the squad. Look at that. Smoking. Honestly, it's literally like WWE entrances for the refs here. I'm waiting for the Stone Cold glass breaking and the refs walking out here. This is shocking. This is absolutely shocking. And it's even worse, Nick Nack, as you say. It's even worse because there's about 12 people in the stadium. But Mark Cucurella's walking out on his own here now. And they're giving every player an individual announcement. It's laughable. It's absolutely laughable. Starting at small forward. Oliver Lingard, what game? It is Chelsea against LAFC. Chelsea against Los Angeles, mate. That's the game. Samuel Mark Ingram. Everton should sign Marcus Rashford. They haven't got the money. Everton are skint. They're skint. King Sloth, butter chicken or chicken tikka for me? Bit mild, butter chicken. Bit mild. Jimmy, Liverpool should hire Ange. Kieran McGoldrick, no one is watching this game in the ground. Now, you can tell, can't you? Yeah, it's a fairly empty stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Did you hear about what they've been doing to try and get people to go to the stadium? Like, FIFA started panicking. When it became apparent to them that their big sort of, huge events that they're trying to put on, Chelsea, Man City, Real Madrid, all the big teams from around the world coming together to play in this tournament, the brand new reformatted Club World Cup. When they realised that it was going to be sparsely attended, they started doing a promotion in the last week or two for pretty much all the games where they said, if you're under a certain age, I think if you were under 16, tickets were free. Tickets are free. If you buy one ticket, you can bring up to 4 people for free. So if you want to invite some friends, bring them along. Students got discounts, heavy discounts. And it was, again, buy a ticket for a heavily discounted price and bring along 4 people for free. Like, so everyone in that stadium, pretty much everyone in that stadium has had the offer to bring 4 people for free. Up to 4 people for free. Which, that makes it even worse, doesn't it? Because then it's not just that they've made the game... It's the stadium is... I mean, it's a big stadium, but still, it's absolutely laughable that the US has got the World Cup again, and still there's no interest in soccer ball. Nobody's interested in that in the US, evidently. It doesn't get anywhere near the attention that it should. Knick-knack, the more you pad it out with a silly number of fixtures, the less fans are going to fill the stadium. Should be obvious. I mean, I would have thought that it would have been a really, really good opportunity for a lot of... Maybe because it's the first new formatted FIFA Club World Cup. Maybe it's that. Because... You know, a lot of the fans, the US fans, they're not stupid. They're probably saying, hang on a minute, it's basically a pre-season tournament, this. And FIFA aren't playing it like a pre-season tournament. FIFA are hosting it like it's an absolutely, like, it's like the World Cup. Like, there's literally an opening ceremony, and look at how they're treating it. Look at how they're treating it. This is not a pre-season tournament. This is massive for FIFA. They've invested loads in it. Samuel Mark Ingram, I prefer a Madras. Yeah, I like a Madras. It can be a little bit tomatoey though, can't it? Depending on where you go. Jake, you get a curry sauce with a biryani, veg in it though, then chicken and rice in another dish. Yeah, no veg for me. Salad dodger. Kid of a Goldrick moving people's seats. Well, yeah. Spence, will Plymouth go up? I certainly hope so. I don't know if I like that appointment, though. I don't know if I like Tom Cleverley as the appointment. I know he was always going to be a bit of a downgrade, the appointments. But, yeah, Cleverley I don't think is wise for Plymouth. Kieran McGoldrick, PSG game had good fans for the high ground. I hate that they call the players out. Jake, if I don't get a biryani, I like a Boona. Yeah, Boona's alright, isn't it? Yeah. Luke, LUFC, who do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, Luke. Yeah, Liverpool fan. And you didn't say earlier, how do you think that Leeds will get on next season? Do you think you'll stay up? And what do you think of Nemesha? Big signing for Leeds. Lucas Nemesha coming in from Wolfsburg. It's going to be a really good signing, I think. Ryan, most local Liverpool fan. Hey, mate, Ryan, it comes with success, mate. It really does. Once teams start winning, it happens to all of them. I remember growing up and watching United win everything, and there wasn't a United fan from Manchester for the most part. The same things they throw at Liverpool now, that all Scousers support Everton. Yeah, they used to say that about United. All Mancs support Man City. It's just one of them things. And you'd go to Old Trafford and you'd see people from Russia and China and India and Asia or whatever. It was all over the world. It's just part and parcel of it. Yeah, it is literally part and parcel of being a successful team. And it happens with every team. Doesn't matter who they are. Luke, LUFC, 129, 13th. Leeds get 13th. I think you'll need a few more signings for 13th, mate, but that's not bad. It's not bad. Jake, please get a chapati next time, Key. You have a curry, not supermarket crap, a proper fresh one. What is it? I honestly don't know what a chapati is. Let me look at it. I just thought a chapati was like a different type of bread. Is it not just like that? Is it not? Has it got stuff in it? Chapati, also known as a roti, is a type of unleavened flatbread originating from the subcontinent. Chapatis. How's it different from a naan? Is it any different from a naan? What's the difference between a naan? A chapati is thinner and denser than naan. That feels a little bit hypocritical, does it not? It's thinner and denser. How is a chapati thinner and denser than a naan? That feels like it's saying it's thinner, and at the same time it's thicker. It's like bread, it is, mate. Yeah, much better than a naan. Naans are for kebabs, mate. All right, fine. Okay, I'll switch. On your advice, Jake, I will switch to a chapati on my next curry, which, to be honest, I'm skint, so it will probably be some time, be a couple of weeks, but I'll see if I can encourage the missus to get a curry, and we'll get a chapati. We'll get a fresh chapati made. Right, we're about to kick off here now. Thank you to those that have voted in the poll. We will keep it running for the full duration of the live. Why not? Let me know what you're thinking. What game do we watch tomorrow night? Which game do you want us to watch tomorrow night? Should we be doing Borussia Dortmund against Fluminense? Or should we be doing England against Germany under 19s? I wanna hear from you. Which game do you think we should be watching? If you want to vote, get over to YouTube, Premier League Dad, and vote. We're going to be doing that one of those games tomorrow night, and you're going to choose which one it is. So a massive thank you to those that have voted already. And yeah, thank you to those that have. Lou, best player for Spurs. I know you're going to say Van der Ven. Am I wrong or right? No, mate. I love Van der Ven, but I would honestly say your best player is Kulusevski. I love watching Kulusevski. And do you know what? I actually think in a couple of years' time, I think Bergval's going to take over. And I love watching Archie Gray as well. Archie Gray's brilliant. Bergval's fantastic. Kulusevski's fantastic. Obviously like Van der Ven. Really like Romero. This is why I keep saying to United fans, they come on and I'm like, Spurs are going to finish above you next season. You know that, don't you? Spurs are going to walk it past you next season. Doesn't matter who you sign. Spurs will finish above United next season. I'm certain of it. Absolutely certain of it. And I get loads of abuse for that comment, by the way. But they are going to finish above them for sure. Jake, it's half the size. Ibby, why is it so empty in the stadium? Well, I mean, this is in Atlanta, Georgia, this game, which is, I mean, it's probably closer for Chelsea fans than it is for Los Angeles fans. Chelsea fans get where water can't. They're from everywhere but London, aren't they, really? So, yeah, I think it's a 72,000 capacity stadium, and I would guess there's maybe 10,000 in it. Would we agree? It's about 10,000, maybe even less than that. No, there probably is about 10,000 in it. Right, LAFC are coming forward here. They've got a good chance. I need to change the kits. I've got them in black and they're in white, so I need to change the kit for LAFC. LAFC are in white, and I'm gonna put the yeah, there you go. That's better. LAFC in the white kit, Chelsea in the blue. Oliver Lingard, England game clears. Well, I mean, I need you, if you can, go and vote for me. Go and vote, because I'm only going to be taking it at the end of the game. The poll is open on YouTube. Kieran, how do I vote, mate? I think it should still be on, Kieran. It should still be on YouTube. Let me go and have a look. I'm sure it is still on. Hopefully it's still on. Yeah, if you go on YouTube, you can see there is a vote on which game should we watch tomorrow night. England under-19s v Germany under-19s, or Fluminense versus Borussia Dortmund in the Club World Cup. We're going to be doing one of those, and we'll also probably do maybe another one, maybe River Plate against Urawa Red Diamonds. So we will do one Club World Cup game tomorrow. But I need your help on choosing the other one. Luke, Ballon d'Or winner. Ballon d'Or winner is Salah, for sure. Yeah, I can't see there being anyone else who wins it. I don't understand how anyone else could win it, to be honest. Here's Cole Palmer. It's played out wide. Big chance for Chelsea early on. Well done. Well crowded out by LA. Very well crowded out. Ibby, even in the PSG game, there was a ton of empty seats. Yeah, well, I mean, there was a lot of empty seats, but that was a much bigger stadium, wasn't it? Yeah, much bigger stadium. But I agree with you. There was certainly a lot less people. Kieran, I found it. Oh, good. Okay. Chelsea looking menacing, then they passed to Madueke. Madueke is shocking, isn't he? He is absolutely shocking. Substub, yo, when you learned how to do polls, then yes, I've learned how to do polls. So we've got that going now. We're gonna do them more frequently as we go forward. Again, if you're on TikTok, you want to vote in the poll, please go to YouTube, check us out, Premier League Dad. We are live every single day with watch-alongs on this channel. Lovely switch of play. That's good play by Reece James. Far too easy. Far too easy. Maybe it looks like the stadium alight. Here's Madueke. He might be giving our criticism back to us here. That's a wonderful piece of play. Nicholas Jackson, what a turn. That was a good bit of play by Nicholas Jackson. Knick-knack, trouble is the bigger the stadium, the more noticeable the empty seats are. Yeah. That was quite tidy, that, from Nicholas Jackson, I've got to say. Given that he was falling as he shot there, he managed to get it away, didn't he? Ibby, do you think the Club World Cup should exist? I mean, in an ideal world, mate, I think the Champions League should just be champions. I don't think it should be the 5th and 6th best teams in the league getting into the Champions League. I don't think that at all. I think it should be just for the champions of each nation. And then what we would have is we would have teams. Then you would have different. You would have players staying in their home countries, wouldn't you? Like Modric, for example. Modric wouldn't have had to leave Dynamo Zagreb. He would never have gone to Tottenham. He would probably never have gone to Real Madrid. Why? Because he can play Champions League football and potentially win the Champions League at Dynamo Zagreb in his home country. And I think it would change a lot about that. That's what kind of frustrates me about modern football is it's become all about money. It's become so diluted that it is effectively a European Super League now. We've only got maybe... The Champions League is basically like 5 or 6 teams from each league, from 4 or 5 of the top leagues, and then they sprinkle in some of the, the Olympiacoses and Olympiacos and Celtic, and just sprinkle them in for good measure to make you think that it's actually a European game. It's kind of the same with this, isn't it? Let's get all the big teams from all around the world all together for a game in FIFA's name that FIFA can get loads of money for, because FIFA are annoyed. That's what it really is, this, That's what it really boils down to. FIFA are annoyed that every single year UEFA get a competition and they make a fortune in sponsorship. FIFA only get sponsorship and money really from the Club World Cup and the FIFA World Cup. And that's like twice every 4 years. Now, admittedly, the World Cup gets the most of any sports event. But, yeah, they wanted another tournament, I think, to try and get bigger sponsorship money. And they're trying to build this up to be a big thing now. So, yeah, I imagine it's going to be... It's going to be an interesting tournament as it gets bigger. Over the years, this will become bigger and more important to teams. Seb, Yamal or Doué? Yamal. I like Doué, though. Doué would be my favourite choice to replace Salah. I've said that for months. Months and months and months. I think he's fantastic. Jake, that would have been great, Liverpool not having Champions League for 30 years. I know, but that is what it should be, isn't it? That is what it should be. Manchester United wouldn't have won the treble in 1999 if it was that. They wouldn't have won it because they didn't win it in 98. They didn't win the league title in 98, so United would never have qualified for the Champions League to win it in 99. But yeah, I think it should just be the champions. You couldn't do that now, because if you did do that now, the Champions League would be absolutely shocking for a couple of years. Like, it would be really, really bad. Ibby, with the looks of how much fans turning up, it looks like they're losing money. To be honest, the fans in the stadium aren't really what they're making money from. they'll make the most money from sponsorship on this. So DAZN are getting loads of money. High Sense are everywhere. You can see them all around the pitch. They're sponsoring, pretty much everything. Yeah, so it's that sort of thing. They're very good at getting sponsorships from companies to go around the side of the pitch and all that. That's what it's really about. It's just another money spinning exercise. It's sad, really. They often lose money on the tickets in the stadium. They're not really bothered about how many people turn up in the stadium. Like, do the maths. 70,000 times 30 quid a ticket. You maybe make a few million quid after it's all done and dusted, after you've paid for all the security and the hot dogs and the licenses and stuff. You have to get the permits and whatever, and the event staff. But it's not. You don't make a massive amount of money from the actual event itself. It's the broadcasting of the event. It's the sponsorships. It's the all of that stuff off the back of it. Jake Curtin, Toon was offered Douay for 12 million. Toon couldn't because of PSR. You don't believe that for 1 second. You don't believe that for 1 second. You'll believe out you. Honestly. Gullible Jake. That's what we're going to change your name to. Newcastle could have signed Messi, but instead they decided to stick with Rolando Aarons. Oh, hello, Luke. How's it going? I've moved to YouTube. Good to see you, Luke. Thank you very much for coming across to YouTube. It means it makes a difference to me, by the way, if you do stay on YouTube. It doesn't mean no difference, really. We're still live in the same way. You get, obviously, the slight difference with the scoreboard. You get a better, I argue, you get a better camera angle. You get better audio quality on YouTube, and you get a scoreboard with goal animations and a clock and stats and some other bits and bobs. But yeah, it's exactly the same experience. You can still comment on YouTube and comment on here. I see them both. I see them all. But it helps me. It's better for me if you're watching on YouTube. Because I'm trying to get my watch hours, and every time you're watching on YouTube, or someone is watching on YouTube, it tells them that this guy's, he makes decent content and we quite like him. Knick-knack, 31 degrees on a pitch out there. You can already see the players are sweating buckets. I was going to say, the referees, I think, is he going just asking for a fan up his back here? He's just asking for just put a breeze up there for a minute. 3-star Reds, do you think with all these tournaments we face a danger of watering professional football down in years to come? Yeah, I think we're long since past that, aren't we? The players are burning out. In fact, there's a players' union that are pushing for fewer games. And there is also a sort of a governing body which is pushing for a wage cap. And they're both kind of pushing against each other. The players are saying, well, we won't play as many more games. And the clubs are saying, all right, fine, we don't play as many, but we want to cut your wages, we want to cap your salary, we want to do this, and then we get more, which, fans would then argue, well, if there was less money paid to players, that would mean that we could bring down tickets and we could do maybe more things for the benefit of the club and the community. Which isn't the players' fault. Look, it's not if a club decides that a player's worth 350 grand a week, then you'd take it, wouldn't you? There's not many people who wouldn't, but I do think you're dead right. Yeah, 3-star Reds. I think it is absolutely the right thing that they're watering down. Oh, here we go. Chelsea got a chance. Nah. Yeah, I do think they are watering football down a little bit. Ibrahim, Ibby, here, switch to YouTube. Thank you very much, Ibby. Really appreciate that, mate. Thank you for liking and commenting on YouTube as well. It makes a massive difference. Thank you for those that have switched to YouTube. Knick-knack, not fair on the players' end. Ultimately, it will dilute the product if they play too much football. Absolutely. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. 1 second. Jimmy, honestly, Prime Son would wash the floors with Prime Salah any day of the week. You think so? Ralph, should Greenland be allowed to have a national football team? If they want one. Don't see why not. Where would they even hold matches? Nico, bro, do you follow the Spanish Second League? Yes, we're doing Real Oviedo against Mirandes on the 21st. We're going to do the second leg, the final. Maybe we'll see Cazorla taking his team up to La Liga. Real Oviedo against Mirandes. We are going to be doing the second leg. It's 1-0 from the first leg. So we're going to be doing that on the 21st. So yes, I do watch it, in a long answer to your question. Lucas Lambert, is Delat playing? No, he's on the bench. He's on the bench. But I imagine he'll come up on the second half. Jake Curtin, go look it up, Key. This isn't a daily thing now, is it? Where I have to say, I told you so. Right, Oliver, you're just getting muted, lad. You're just an absolute... Yeah. Nick Nack, Madweki again. If that was Di Canio, bang, scissor kick goal. Di Canio loved it, didn't he? He was great. What a player. Luke, thoughts on Leeds next season? My thoughts on Leeds next season. I think that Leeds need to do a little bit more in the summer transfer window to try and stay up. As it stands, I'm not sure that Leeds would stay up. I hope you would, mate. I'd like to see a promoted side. I'm pretty confident that at least one promoted side will stay up next season. I don't know which one yet. I guess it's going to depend largely on what you do over the summer. Same with Sunderland, same with Burnley. But yeah, Leeds have started well. Nemesha's not a bad signing. Maybe if you go and get a couple more in, a couple more bodies, Leeds could make a good fist of it. I think you'd take 17th now, wouldn't you? You'd take 17th. I know you said 13th earlier is what you're expecting Leeds to do, but I think you'd take 17th for sure. Jimmy, I've joined this TikTok live 3 times to troll this dude, but he's honestly entertaining. Shout out to this guy. Cheers, Jimmy. Listen, if you grew up with my dad, you don't water off a duck's back. You don't really. I can't be wound up. Can't be trolled. I am untrollable. I am absolutely untrollable. And I love my dad, by the way, for what it's worth. He wasn't a bad dad, but yeah, if I can have my dad growing up and taking the mick, you've got a long way to come, sunshine. You'll have to do very well. Get up very early to wind me up. Leeds looking at Bijol. Oh, right, okay, that wouldn't be a bad signing. If I was a Leeds fan, I'd be over the moon with 17th. Yeah, I think most would, wouldn't they? Most Leeds fans would, for sure. Nick Nat can't fault Madweke's effort, but the end product just isn't there. Ibrahim says Madweke is doing shocking. Luke, LUFC, we're just waiting for July the 1st for FFP. Well, it's gonna be very, very interesting to see how they get on, Leeds. Chance here for Chelsea. Palmer, unlucky. Very unlucky there. Jake, I joined to take the piss because he was fantasising about Isak. Ended up here daily. Plus, Isak is still coming to Liverpool, and you know it. You deep down in the pit of your stomach, you know it, don't you? You do. Jake, I'm a Borough fan, but he's arguably the best number 9 in the country. He is, yeah. Well, I wouldn't say he's the best number 9 in the country. I think Haaland's better. But Isak's probably second thereafter. Yeah. Nick Nack, Brentford could struggle next season. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Brentford will struggle. I think if they've lost Thomas Frank, they're probably going to lose Mbermo. Who knows about Wissa? Do we think Wissa moves on? If Wissa goes, Frank goes, and Mbermo goes, I'd like to see Brentford do well, but I'm not sure they will. I think they're going to struggle next season. They've got a good signing in Kelleher. Kelleher's a top quality keeper. It's now what they do with the rest of the transfer budget that they get from Mbermo and the money from Frank. Who do they replace Thomas Frank with? If they go and get Keith Andrews, that'll be laughable. Jake Haaland is a better finisher. Isak's the better footballer. No, come on, Jake. E4SBE, I think form bias is massive in terms of why Isak is seen as the best number 9. Pure ability, it's Haaland. But we know that Haaland scores rafts and rafts of goals. Like, it's not even close. Jake, you definitely need to watch Newcastle more, Key. they will just keep shocking you like the final. No, I watch Newcastle a lot. We watched Newcastle a lot last season. Like, I will watch Newcastle loads next season. I think you have to recognise your own inherent bias with Newcastle. I do it with Liverpool. I have to recognise when I'm being biased. You've got to do it. It's your own team. Of course you're biased. Of course you are. Jaden, come on, Nicholas Jackson, knick-knack, got a shot on target that time. 3-star Reds, more chance I reckon of finding rocking or shite on the moon than trying to wind a Scouser up by trolling them, and I am not a Scouser. Well, I'm not a Scouser. I'm not a Scouser, but it's kind of part of the fabric where I'm from and the upbringing I've had. You don't tend to get wound up. It's nothing worth it. Life's too short. What would you get wound up for? What, someone on TikTok says something I don't like? You're not going to wind me up. I mean, I'll bite if there's something that I've been known to bite, but not winding up. Not winding up. Knick-knack, lost pretty much the whole coaching team and set to appoint set-piece coach as a new manager. That's strange, isn't it, from Brentford? Luke, how do you think Forest will do next season? Better, I think, in the European competition. I think they'll do really well in that. Whether they're able to maintain it in the league, I'm not sure. I think it's good news that City decided to not pursue Morgan Gibbs-White. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe they change tack and they go back after him. But I think if they keep Gibbs-White and they somehow manage to keep Elanga, I think there's every chance that Forest are still maybe mid-table, like 8th or 9th, maybe even 10th next season. But they may go far in the Conference League. You'd expect Forest to get to the latter stages of the Conference League, and what a journey that would be for them. So I think Forest have one of them seasons next year where they're almost more focused on Europe towards the end of the season. That's my prediction. Knick-knack, I think Forest could do well in the Conference League. I'd agree. Yeah, Luke, if you can keep some of your players, you've got a very good chance of Europe, for sure. Yeah. And Ibrahim says not bad from Palmer. It's just on the roof of the net, that one, wasn't it? Lucas, what do you think the score will be? I thought 4-0 Chelsea before, but I think that they've not started all that well. Seb, who do you think will go up this season in the Championship? I think Ipswich certainly will. Beyond Ipswich, you're probably looking at Southampton under Will Still are going to be a threat. I don't think Sheffield United will. I don't think... I think Coventry are way off it, you know. I think Coventry are way off it with Frank Lampard. And we've got quite a few Coventry fans in the chat, but... yeah, it depends what happens with Radoni and stuff. I'd like to see a bit of a wild card come up from the playoffs. I think it's going to be Ipswich and Southampton. That would be my top two. Ipswich and Southampton top two. And then beyond that, from the playoffs, it could be a Blackburn or a Borough or maybe a Millwall. Maybe Norwich. Who knows? It feels like there's quite a lot of teams that could make up that last playoff spot and then come up from it. So yeah, I'd just like to see different teams back up. I'd quite like to see Blackburn come up in an ideal world. NUFC ballers, I support Newcastle. I guess so, yeah. RFC and Newcastle Army, do you see a shock of the tournament happening here or no? I don't see LA getting anything in this one, no. E4 SBA, I think Isak 100% the more technical, impressive player to watch, but Haaland just won't ever stop scoring. Very fair assessment. Jake, biased bro, how much would you have sold Trent for if you could get money and he had 4 years on his deal? You're looking at probably 100 million again. I think he's a game changer. You don't get Trent for any less than 100 million quid. Even as a right back, I think he's a game changer if he's on a full contract. If he'd have only had 1 year left, I think we could have sold him last summer for closer to 60 or 70 in with a year left on his contract. You've got to remember, we were offered 25 with 6 months left, and we got 10 with a month left. So, just based on that logic, a month, 10 million, 6 months, 25 million, 12 months is bare minimum 50 to 60. So with 4 years, I think you'd be looking at upwards of 90 to 100 million easily. E4 SBE. What channel is the Chelsea game on? You can watch it on Channel 5, mate. Yeah, Channel 5 it's on. Seb, what about Borough? Do you think Borough could go up? It depends. Have they appointed anyone yet, Borough? Have they appointed a new manager? I don't think they have they? Nick Nack, surely City have signed enough players now. Pep always says he prefers a small squad. Luke, they've already got Cherky. I don't see them going for Gibbs White. Exactly, yeah. I think the thing that could change that, though, is if maybe... I guess he's going to want reassurances from Foden at some point, isn't he? What happens with Foden? Because obviously he's checked out of the England squad for mental health reasons. He said he wasn't quite sure of himself last season. Pep, I'm sure, will want assurances that he can get back to his best next season, and maybe he gets cover. If Grealish is going, maybe he gets someone who can play where Foden does, just as kind of like an insurance policy. Wouldn't surprise me. Because I'll be honest, Doku and Savinho aren't doing it. Doku and Savinho are not doing it. They've got Marmoush, they've got Cherky, they've got Haaland. After that, there ain't a lot of quality in that City front three. But yeah, E4 SBE, the game is on Channel 5. Emiliano, LA defence is so good. I'm really surprised. 3-star Reds, we've put a secret bid in for Wissa in reports saying we may be even matching Brentford's £35 million asking price. The only problem is Thomas Frank is now at Spurs. Forest tried to sign Wissa before, didn't you? Didn't you have a £40 million bid rejected by Brentford for Wissa? 35 million seems cheap, you know. Seems very, very cheap. Knick-knack, danger for Chelsea is overexerting themselves early on and running out of energy. It's very hot out there, says Knick-knack. Quality of the final ball from LA has been poor, and Foden ain't going anywhere, surely. No, I don't think Foden's going anywhere, but I do think that we might see, if he doesn't recover, I mean, we don't know what's gone on with Foden. We don't know what's gone on with Foden. Some people have said he's had... What was the rumour doing the rounds with Phil Foden? There was a rumour doing the rounds with Phil Foden where it was like... has he got gallbladder? Did someone say he had gallbladder issues or something like that? And he's had mental health issues, he's had gallbladder issues, and that explains why he's been quite poor for the last 12 months. Again, this is all alleged. We had a City fan in here a few weeks ago saying this. How true it is, I don't know. But what I would say is that whatever the case with Foden, hopefully he does get back, but whatever the case with Foden, it wouldn't surprise me if Pep went and decided, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and get some insurance. I'm going to go and get a Morgan Gibbs-White, or I'm going to go and get someone who can play across that front line. Almost like a young Bernardo Silva. Because Bernardo Silva's not long left in the Premier League, is he? Daniel, City don't need quality, they just need depth. I mean, they probably need more than that. Lee Oxley, Everton have signed Kyle Walker. Don't say that. Have they actually? Kyle Walker to Everton? No, I don't believe that. Surely not. He's an absolute wrong in him, isn't he? He is an absolute wrong in. That is the most Everton signing ever. Kyle Walker to Everton. Yeah, okay. Gaz at 88, what do you think of the game so far? It's been a bit dull, hasn't it? It has been a little bit dull. Lee Oxley, Kyle Walker has agreed to join. I know, I was going to say, that's the 5th time you've put that in, Lee. Kyle Walker has signed on a 1-year deal. Yeah, it's good that. It is. I think it's a good move for Kyle Walker, not such a good move for Everton. Feels like a very Everton signing, that. He's not done it at AC Milan. AC Milan fans didn't like Kyle Walker last season. Chelsea with a chance. It's going to be a goal kick. Well, I stupidly decided to put a goal in each half on this one, and I wish I hadn't. Ibrahim, I think Norwich go through the playoffs. Yeah, Norwich are certainly an outside chance, aren't they? They're definitely an outside chance. Ashkan, that's crazy. Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid. And Andy Robertson to Atletico Madrid. Both Liverpool stars. It's I'll be disappointed if Robbo goes. Really, really disappointed. Luke, what do you think will... Oh, sorry, Ibrahim. Pep has ruined Doku and Savinho. I think Doku's really good 1v1, and so Savinho, but they just don't have a final ball. And I don't think that's anything to do with Pep. It just seems to me like they're really, really poor with the final ball. Yeah. Pink Pineapple 2004, what's up, my man? Good to see you, mate. Really, really good to see you. Good to have you on the channel. Chelsea carrying it forward here now is Luca. Oh, no, it's Cucurella. Madwecki. Give it off. What are you doing? He hangs on to it for too long, him, doesn't he? Be yourself, Dylan, do you think? Or you think it could end up 0-0 or 1-0? Pink Pineapple, yes, Key, you okay, matey? I'm good, mate. I'm very good, thank you. Yeah, very, very good. Lee Oxley, Leeds closing in on signing Udinese defender Bijol. That'll be a good move. Right, Luke, sorry, what do you think will happen with Grealish? Jack Grealish. Again, I think that might be another Everton move, mightn't it? Kyle Walker, I'm not sure that is a good short-term move, Nick Nack. No, I don't think that is a good short-term move. I think Kyle Walker is mostly done at the top level. I don't think he is, an England right-back anymore. I don't think he's a Premier League right-back. He's lost his pace. I think he's lost his motivation. He started working on... He's doing a podcast now, isn't he? Isn't he putting all his time and energy into a podcast? So it just feels to me like he's maybe switched off from it a bit. And that's... Yeah, it's like Ashley Young, isn't it? It's a replacement for Ashley Young. Ashley Young out, Kyle Walker in. Yeah. I don't know. I've not got a lot of time for Kyle Walker. Emiliano, Chelsea want Gittins. Another winger. I'm not surprised. I mean, they go after every winger on the market, Chelsea, at some point. Every winger that's available, or that isn't available, they go for. Gittins, I'm not sold on. I don't think he's a particularly good signing for him, but hey, whatever. Good luck. Whatever works for him. But yeah, with Grealish is kind of open, isn't he? I don't know what's going to happen with him. How much would City ask for Jack Grealish, do you think? Because they paid 100 million for him. He's still got time on his contract. Like, you would imagine Jack Grealish in the current market still goes for maybe 30 million quid. 30 million quid for Jack Grealish would have seemed cheap just a few years ago. This is a kid who's won a treble. Like, he's not an awful footballer. I feel like you could get Jack Grealish and end up getting real quality from him, but it's also a risk, isn't it? And he'll be on big wages as well, so I don't know. I think someone's going to have to put the hand in the pocket to get Jack Grealish, and I'm not sure Everton are that team. I think he might end up leaving and going on loan somewhere for a bit, maybe with a guaranteed, fee if he does X, Y, and Z. So maybe it's that. Maybe he goes to Everton on loan. And if he does well, then they can buy him for 30 million quid. And then Everton might feel like it's not such a risk. Because they've got a year out of him and they know what he can produce. Nick Nark, is it not getting to the stage where Robbo is the weak link? though? Mostly done, but surely still has something to offer for a lower table team. Oh yeah, Kyle Walker maybe. Young plays on the other side. No, Young was right back for Everton. That's where Kyle Walker will end up playing right back. Ashley Young left back is Mikolenko. Ashley Young did play on the left as well, to be fair. He probably played both, but yeah, he was mostly a right back for Everton this season. Knick-knack, 45 million is what I've heard. 45 for Grealish. Here's Chelsea. He's done well there. That must be a goal. Get in! 1-0 Chelsea. It's a goal from Pedro Neto. Get in there, Chelsea. I had a goal in the first half, and it is a goal. There you go. Andrew Wright, you see, the first comment Andrew comes in with, how are Chelsea not winning? You're the kiss of death, Andrew. You've got the goal straight away. Chelsea 1, LA 0. There he is. Grealish will for sure leave. Not even selected for a glorified friendly tournament. Yeah, he's got to leave. Oh, he might be offside. Don't be offside. How have you not held your run there? If he's offside, honestly, drop him. That's shocking if he's offside there. You're looking right up the line. You can't be offside there. You can't be offside. Please don't be offside. It was a good finish. Like he absolutely skinned the centre back. He's left him Hollingshead. Yeah, he's absolutely left him. And it was a good finish too. Lloris had no chance, but he might just be offside. He might just be offside here. Paul Kenny, I have 76 old players' shirts to my collection now. Nice, well done, Paul. I love the retro shirts. Knick-knack, someone will take a punt. Napoli were rumoured to be interested. I thought Young was a left footer. I think he is a left footer, or he was, but that's why he often played on the right at Villa, didn't he? If you remember back in the day at Villa, it was Young on the right, Downing on the left. Sometimes they'd change over and whip balls in, so they were curving in, but Ashley Young used to curl them in with his left from the right. 3-star Reds, Forest, concrete offer put in for AC Milan's Alexis Salamakers. Milan asking 21 million, Forest just 4 million. Linked for Cambiasso as well. 4 million quid for a player that Milan are asking 21 for. Again, where are these teams getting these negotiation tactics from? Where are they getting these negotiation tactics from? Andy Robertson. Atletico Madrid coming in and asking 4 million quid for Andy Robertson. Get out of town. Absolutely no chance of you getting 4 million quid for Andy Robertson. That's laughable. Alex Macklin, good to see you, Alex. How are things going? Yeah, very well, mate. Very, very well. Be yourself, Dylan. It's not offside. No, it's standing. It's 1-0 Chelsea. Knick-knack, silly defending to dive in like that. Ibrahim can't be beaten at the near post like that. Shocking from Lloris. To be honest, mate, he was stood on the edge of the 6-yard box when he shot it. I don't think you can blame Lloris for that one. Yeah, he was. It looked like he was going to go across the face of goal. I don't think you can blame that. Knick-knack, more versatile than a bird's eye potato waffle. Yeah, you can play Ashley Young anywhere, can't you? Ashley Young, he was like pretty much all of them players for Aston Villa. They ended up playing in different players at that time. Like you had James Milner in the middle, you had Gareth Barry, you had Ashley Young, you had Stuart Downing. All of them have played left back, right back, centre mid, left winger, right winger. They've all played in different ways. Luke, LUFC, who scored? It was Pedro Neto for Chelsea to put them 1-0 up as we enter the last 9 minutes of the first half. AM10, what do you think of Hyson to Madrid? Is it too soon for him? No, he's a wonderful player. Wonderful player, Dean Hyson. That'll prove to be a very, very good signing for Madrid. Gutted, because I wanted him to come to Liverpool, but he's a very good player. Yeah, very, very good player. Gareth, what channel is this on, mate? It's on Channel 5. You can watch it on Channel 5, or, by the way, you can also get every single Club World Cup game on DAZN. If you download the DAZN app, you just have to register. You can watch them all for free. Every single game. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to register. FM No Casuals, why did I back Palmer? And Kirk's getting close now, says Alex. Yeah, absolutely he is. For the kickoff, they've just signed Truffert. Adrian Truffert, who is the Rennes left back, I think he was. Was he the Rennes left back? They've just signed him 12.5, 13 million quid for Bournemouth, so I fully expect that will accelerate the Kirkes deal now because they've signed the replacement. Gareth, what age is Hugo Lloris? It must be nearly 60. I think he's collecting his pension now, mate. Yeah. Right, it's a ball in from LA, whipped in, cleared away by Chelsea. Big thank you to those that are watching on TikTok. If you do want to go and check us out on YouTube, we've got a poll for the game that we're going to watch tomorrow. We're obviously watching Chelsea against LA right now, but we are doing a poll on YouTube so you can decide what game we're going to watch tomorrow night. It's between Fluminense against Borussia Dortmund in the Club World Cup or England under-19s against Germany under-19s in the under-19s, UEFA under-19s European Championships. Both of them kick off about the same time, and we're going to do one of those games. I need your help to decide which one. If you go to YouTube, search Premier League Dad, like and subscribe. You can still watch me on there. I'm live for this one on there right now as well. So you can go and check us out over on YouTube. Makes a massive difference if you do watch on YouTube as well. It certainly helps me. So yeah, if you do want to go and check us out, that would be lovely. Be yourself, Dylan. If people want to pay for premium watch on DAZN, you can. It's not that much difference though. Honestly, it's not. You don't have to pay anything. It's free. It's completely free on DAZN. You literally just have to put your email address in. Andrew Wright, this is Money Charity Shield. Any City or Chelsea bigging this competition who have no break, don't want to hear injuries or too many games, greedy. Well, yeah, maybe next season that might be the death knell for Chelsea and City. The fact that they've played so many games, they've played this tournament. But I'm sure if they get whatever it might be, is there like £100 million up for grabs potentially if they go the distance. 3-star red, sorry, should have read Forest bid, just 4 million short of the 21 mil. Right, sorry. I thought it was 4 million in total. I was thinking that's a bold negotiation tactic, isn't it? Gareth Hyson is a big talent. He's first choice for Spain, and they have got some talent pool at the minute. Yeah, they have, haven't they? Yeah, we've watched a lot of Spain's under-21s and Spain's under-19s. We watched both of them games yesterday. Phenomenal. We're watching Spain against Italy as well tomorrow, maybe. So we'll be doing lots of good footy watch-alongs over the next few months. That's what we do on this channel, by the way. We are a watch-along channel. My name's Kee. We watch football every single day on this channel. At least one game every single day from around the world. Obviously, we've got the Club World Cup on. We've got it's a chance for LA here. He's got it away. Yeah, we've got the Club World Cup on now. We've got the Under-19s Championships. We've got the Under-21s Championships. Got the Premier League coming up. We've got the Champions League, the Europa League and Conference League qualifiers. All of them start next month, by the way. All the Conference League, Champions League, Europa League qualifiers, they all start again in July. So it's going to be massive from July. There's no stopping football. We will do a football watch-along every single day on this channel. We do more watch-alongs than any other channel you can find. No other channel does more than me. None. Absolutely none. Mark Goldbridge did 16 last month. I did 60. 4 times the value right here. Four times. 4 times as good. 4 times as big as well, if you want to troll me. But there you go. 4 times. FM No Casuals. We've done that one. I did our back Palmer. Gareth. I can see Spain dominating international football maybe next few years. Well, maybe, yeah. I mean, they've got the squad for it, haven't they? Definitely got the squad for it. Matty Knowles, do you have Twitch, mate? Yeah, we're live on Twitch right now. We're live on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah, or X as well. We're live on X as well. If you search X, Premier League, I'm the same on every single one. Same handle, Premier League Dad. Go and search me up. You can find me on whatever social you like. I'm live on them all. But it's better for me if you watch on YouTube. I'm trying to grow the channel. We're only 6 months in. I quit my job to do this, would you believe? A stupid decision, you might think. But I quit my job to do this. It's my dream. It's my passion. Pedri Lover, LA aren't half bad today. I think it'll finish 1-1. Gareth, do you think Chelsea and Man City will struggle next year playing in this Club World Cup? I don't, mate. I honestly don't know. I don't know how much burnout there will be from this, I guess, because once they finish this, I would imagine there will be like a 2-week period where all the players will go away and actually have their family holidays. Maybe they'll go and have their family holidays because Liverpool start their pre-season fixtures and everything in July. It's like July the 5th or the 6th. So while we're starting our pre-season, all the Chelsea players and the City players will be on holiday. In fact, I think this tournament carries on, doesn't it? It carries on until like the 12th of July. So, yeah, it's going to be... It probably will. Yeah, it will affect, no doubt it will affect pre-season for these teams. And I would imagine City and Chelsea as a result of this, maybe you find that they don't start the season all that well. Or maybe they do start the season well because they've carried form in from this. But towards the end of the season, they get major burnout, and the end of the season, they're all flagging, they're all knackered. It could go either way. Especially around Christmas, actually. Maybe around Christmas they start picking up a lot of injuries, because that's when the fixture congestion really starts to pile up, doesn't it? Emiliano, I hope for a draw in this game. I don't like Chelsea. Well, I don't like Chelsea for what it's worth either, but you know, I have put Chelsea to win. So for that reason, I'm gonna go for it. In a nothing game, I don't mind. Knick-knack, they've already spent the 100 million. Ashkan, I'll be watching the Club World Cup, Fluminense versus Dortmund, Team Brazil versus Team Germany. I'm surprised other Premier League teams aren't inquiring about Robertson, maybe because he's Scottish. I don't think it's anything to do with him being Scottish. I think Andy Robertson's a top player. Liverpool don't want to sell him. I am absolutely astonished that Atletico Madrid think they can get him for £4 million. That is outrageous. Like, that is so cheeky. I'd literally just reject it in sheer principle now. Even if they offered 100 million, I'd be like, nah, on your bike. No chance. £4 million for Andy Robertson. You cheeky rats, leg it. 3-star Reds, Premier League fixtures out on Wednesday. Yes, we're going to be doing a big live watch-along as well on... not watch-along. A big live morning session on Wednesday morning for the fixtures reveal. The big fixture, Premier League fixture announcement is out 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning. So at 8 a.m. I'll be live, and we'll be doing all of the indications, all of the sort of consequences of the title running, the relegation running, the first 5 games of the season and the last 5 games of the season for every Premier League team. We'll be covering all of them. So yeah, if you want to see what your team's fixtures are like, the first 5 and the last 5. Join us on Wednesday, 9 a.m. We'll be going through all of them, and we'll be talking about all of that. 1 second, Emiliano. This is why every football fan should know your channel. Cheers, Emiliano. Like I say, we're putting the graft in. If nothing else, we put the graft in on this channel, don't we? And I'm not just saying me, you guys too. We all join and we watch. We love watching football. I feel like this is the purists football channel. If you love watching football, even if not your team, you'll watch anyone. If you're like me, because my missus says that to me all the time. She'll go, Key, you're a Liverpool fan. Why are you sat watching Norwich against Plymouth? And I'll be like, listen, don't talk to me about it. You'll watch anything. You'll watch Towie and whatever trash TV you watch. This is my poison. I watch football. Norwich and Plymouth is staying on. So usually now I go upstairs and watch the footy, or she goes upstairs and watches crap telly, whatever she's watching, and I stay downstairs and watch the footy. With you guys now. Knick-knack, Chelsea will be playing catch-up with everyone else's pre-seasons, and City too. Scrum Down Live just turned on Channel 5. Is this game being played at the Etihad? It's got more people in the Etihad, surely. Knick-knack, can't be many teams that'll pay Robbo's wages. Ashkan, Chelsea and Man City could make a lot of money. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, there's a bit of a kick-off at half-time here. Bit of a kick-off as the game finishes for half-time. Okay, well, there you go. Half-time, Chelsea 1, Los Angeles is 0 going into the half-time whistle. What did we make of that? Andrew Wright, FIFA couldn't sell tickets. Knick-knack. Put the graft in, you'll get the rewards. You're a very personable chap. Well, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. I really do. Emiliano, I mostly watch the game on my TV and watch the live on my phone. Nice. Thank you, Emiliano. It's nice. Listen, it's mad. It still baffles me that you're in Germany watching me. We've got people from all over the world watching this channel. It's great. I love it. Chris Morley, don't get why the majority in the UK are so anti-snobby towards the Club World Cup. I keep hearing it has no history. Champions League had none till they started it, and English clubs said the same thing then. Listen, I get it. I think the snobbiness of it, Chris, comes from... And I'm not sure... Well, I wouldn't characterise how I feel about it as snobby. I'm not looking down my nose at it. I guess from my point of view, it's just frustrating when you can see that FIFA it feels. Do you know what it feels like? It feels like FIFA are trying to push it too much, and it almost feels like it's asking too much of the players, because this will hurt Chelsea and City, won't it? It will hurt Real Madrid and the other teams that are being involved in it. It doesn't feel like a particularly smart thing, and it's even worse. It's even worse as well by the fact that the stadiums are all empty. Like, if this was a local, box office, every game was a sellout, it wouldn't be called what it is being called. And I think that is part of it, isn't it? That is part of the challenge. Matty Knowles just answered my question as I was typing it. Sorry, mate. Cheers for that. Pedri Lover, we can all agree this is the biggest club competition, right? Up to now, maybe. Liverpool always fail at Crimbo. Leo, can you rate my edit, please? I'll have a look. I will have a look at your edit at the full-time whistle, or once we get a chance. I promise you, mate, I'll have a look. Matty Knowles, genuine question. Do you have a target amount of subs and viewers to aim for by a certain time? No. Honestly, I didn't think I'd get to 5,000 by, now. I started the channel 6 months ago, mate, so 5,000 was, well in the future. I didn't think we'd get that many, so it was just kind of see what happens, and it's been really nice. It seems a lot of people are as sad as me, are as nerdy about football as I am, and will watch anything and everything, and will enjoy watch-alongs like Denmark against Montenegro under-19s, like we watched earlier, and the Icelandic League, and the Eredivisie, and the Bundesliga, and La Liga, and the Danish Cup final. All of these games that we've done over the last few months, and everyone seems to really enjoy them. So I do think it's a different type of channel. But I appreciate everyone that watches, appreciate everyone that comments. Very, very nice of you to do so. And if you see value in it, then stick around. If you don't see value in it, then that's fine too. You can breeze on by, and some people just dip in and out. Matty, in terms of where you believe that it's a sustainable job, mate, honestly, I don't really have in mind what, a number in terms of cash wise. I know that I am going to earn a lot less doing this than what I did previously. I was a sales director in Liverpool for years and years and years, and I stopped to do this. So I know this isn't a decision to make money. It's not a decision to make fame. It's about being at the bottom of a ladder that I do want to climb, rather than halfway up one that I don't. That's the expression, really, I'm thinking of it as. So I don't have any hang-ups about it. It's just a case of, as long as I can pay the bills and maybe take my little girl away on a holiday. And it doesn't have to be to be honest, we'll go in caravans. We're cool. We're not stuck up our own backside or anything like that. We'll go anywhere. I'm quite happy with Butlins or wherever. I'm saying that Butlins is expensive nowadays, isn't it? Fabio Giovasio, hi from Italy. Good to see you, Fabio. Thank you for coming in. Matty, was you afraid of what people thought at the start, as that's what's preventing me from starting it myself? Mate, listen, message me I'll happily have a chat with you, mate. I'll happily have a chat with you. Obviously, you're local. We can go out. We could go for a beer if you want. I don't mind telling you. I don't mind sharing the full experience with you. I won't gatekeep anything. If you want to jump in and you want to do something yourself and you want some help, or, maybe I can help, maybe I can't, but I'll tell you everything I've gone through, every mistakes I've made. I don't mind telling you anything. If I can do it, anyone can do it. That's how I think. So if you want to do something like this, do it. Honestly, you're better off trying it and failing than not trying it at all, because you'll always ask yourself, wouldn't you? You'll always think, maybe I wouldn't have done it, maybe I would. So if you want to do it, I would back you to the hill. Go and try it. Messi fan, hi from Texas. Hey, the Lone Star State. The stars at night are big and bright. Pedri Lover, we can agree this is the biggest club competition, right? No, of course it's not. Of course it's not. Matty, I've sent you a message. Just get back to me whenever you're free, mate. Would really appreciate it. I'll message you after the stream. Well, actually, maybe not after the stream tonight, but tomorrow. I promise you I will tomorrow. Emiliano, I like you more than other non-German streamers because you don't care about my mistakes when I try to speak English. Emiliano, you speak better English than I do. You speak better English than I do, mate. You don't have to worry about that. Ibrahim, I'm in Bali on a vacation, mate. Nice. Bali. It's always one of my bucket lists, that, Ibrahim. I'd love to go there. Ben, Ascot starts tomorrow. Am I excited? Oh, you love your racing, don't you, Ben? See, it doesn't do out for me, the racing. I don't know anything about it. Shocking at racing. 3-star Reds, 215 Premier League games, European football, TNT package, sign up for me. League Cup, FA Cup, Johnston Paints Trophy in the EFL, pure footballing heaven. Yeah, listen up, you will be watching all them. We've got them on here as well. Emiliano, I don't think that my English is bad, but I also don't know if you understand me every time. I have never, ever, ever had any problems with your comments. I promise you. You do very, very well. Chris Morley, not yourself, more media and a lot of clubs fans. As a Liverpool fan, I'd be worried about the team if we were in it, but I would want them to win it. Mate, I'm the same. I'm a Liverpool fan too, full disclosure. I'm a Liverpool fan. Obviously, this channel isn't about Liverpool. We talk about everyone, we watch everyone, so it's not the Premier League from a Liverpool fan's perspective. It's just generally looking at the Premier League and kind of commenting on everything. But yeah, I'd love it if Liverpool were here in this tournament, and I would fully want us to win it. But as you say, you would have concerns, wouldn't you, about how it affects the squad and how damaging it's going to be later in the season. So yeah, it's always going to be tough. But I do think it's a competition worth winning. I just don't think it's going to start as fast as many people think it is. Like, these games are the ones that people aren't going to enjoy. It's the games later in the tournament when it's Real Madrid against Inter, Real Madrid against City against Chelsea maybe. They are the games where I think it's going to be worth watching. And that's when, because both of those teams will want to win it, won't they? It's another competition. It's about having that world champion badge on the centre of the chest. It's a massive PR thing, a marketing thing for them. And obviously it's a lot of prize money, so I'm sure they'll want to win it. Nick Knack, from what I've heard, it's much harder now to establish yourself on YouTube than it used to be, so you're doing really well to already have 5k subs. Once you get the subs, super chats and match going, the cash will soon start rolling in. Memberships, not subs, I mean. Again, mate, I need to... Yeah. I need to take it that bit seriously, because a lot of people have said I'm not as good with the self-promotion. Like, half the time... Like, we've got a lot of people watching, and a lot of the time I'm not saying, like, don't forget to like and subscribe, whereas when you look at other channels, they're saying it literally every 30 seconds. They have pop-ups on the screen. They have things that trigger you to sign up and subscribe. So I need to get better at that bit. I am not a very good self-promoter. But a lot of people, like yourself, a lot of people do it for me, which is very, very nice. Ashkan, maybe for TV rights, today there's a game at 3 p.m, 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. The early games will get less viewership. Tomorrow we have 4 kickoffs, 12 p.m, 3 p.m, 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. kickoffs. There's 4 games tomorrow. Although, yeah, that's local time is that. Local time. Are you US-based, Ashkan? I didn't know that. I did not know that. Right, well, we are just a minute or two away from the kickoff of the second half here now. What do we think then? Predictions-wise, what are we making of this one? Do we think that there is a world where Chelsea don't win this game? Is there a possibility that Chelsea don't win this? Right, I've got... Liam Delap's one's been void. Okay, so I need most shots on target. Chelsea are winning. Under 7 cards. How many cards has there been? Has there been any cards in this one? Don't think there has there? 2. I had under 7, so I can't have 4 more cards. Right, okay. Right, okay. Well, listen, I'm flying here. I think there's cash in this. There's cash on this one. Chris Morley, it is kind of the biggest, and if PSG, Real or Bayern win it, it will be make the final and or win it. It will gain a lot of traction. The World Cup took a while to become as we know it, so give it time. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I think in part, maybe the increased revenue and the increased sponsorship will actually help these other teams in it as well. Like, you know, you think about Auckland City. Auckland City have more appearances at the FIFA Club World Cup than any other team. I didn't know that. But all the players are semi-professional. There isn't really an awful lot for... Like, there's not a lot of money they make. All the players get paid $90 a week. $90 a week. That's how much they got. And a lot of them started playing in the last few years. There was a player who played yesterday against Bayern Munich for Auckland City, and he started playing, from what I could gather, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. He's 32 now. He started playing professional football 3 or 4 years ago when he moved over to New Zealand. He's now playing for Auckland City in a Club World Cup against Harry Kane. And he only gets $90 a week in terms of expenses to help him to cover basic expenses. So, for me, if they go to this Club World Cup, they'll be getting big money. The clubs will be getting big money. The players will be getting big money. You would then think the club could maybe invest in better training facilities, maybe in hiring better coaches, keeping better players. And maybe over time, that drips down and the club becomes a better quality team in 10, 15, 20 years. So maybe in Club World Cups to come, if the revenue does keep falling down to the Auckland Cities, the Esperance Tunis, the Mamelodi Sundowns, the Al Ahlis of the world, maybe we'll see better quality. The Urawa Red Diamonds, maybe all of them get better quality players and are able to retain the better quality players, and it does become a more competitive tournament. Knick-knack, some people overdo the whole smash the like, don't forget to subscribe and all that shit. Yeah. Knick-knack, you think 3-0, Ashkan, it's Toronto. Oh, you're in Toronto? Okay. Again, another place I want to go to. I've heard lots of good things about Toronto. I had a friend go over there yesterday. I've not spoke to him, but I know he flew there yesterday. Emiliano, would be great if you could say Guten Tag when I come into the chat so I can have a little bit of German language also here. Emiliano, I promise you I will say Guten Tag when you come in. From now on, I'll remember that. Chris Morley, Olivier Giroud's to score the winner. Do we think Olivier Giroud comes on? Maybe Olivier Giroud comes on, yeah. Knick-knack, the money for the smaller teams will be huge. It will, yeah, massive, won't it? Absolutely massive. The players are back out on the pitch now. So we shall see how this gets going. Messi fan, what's your prediction for the match? I think it finishes 2-1. No, 3-0. 3-0 to Chelsea. 3-0 to Chelsea, I think. That's what we finish on this one. Ollie Martin, thoughts on James Milner? James Milner is one of my favourite ever Liverpool players. And I seriously mean that. He's a proper player. In every sense. A captain, a leader. We signed him when he was 29 years old, and there's an argument to say that he played his best football at Liverpool. He was a left back, he was a right back, he was a centre mid, a left winger, a right winger. He played everywhere for us, and he was an absolute asset. I love James Milner. Love him to bits. One of the best ever free signings, I think. Emiliano, but now I have to say shoes because I have to go with the dog. I know that. That's what her lip says on League of Gentlemen, isn't it? Shoes. Alles klar. I don't know what alles klar means, but I know he says alles klar. Yeah, Guten Tag and alles klar. I'll remember that, mate. Matty Knowles, has Bournemouth found a replacement for Kirkes? Yeah, as Ollie's just said there, they've completed the signing of Adrian Truffert from Rennes, which is, I think it was about 14 million quid. He's a left back. He plays in the same position as Kirkes. So, yeah, that basically tells us everything we need to know about Kirkes to Liverpool. It's almost done. Nick Nack, I was looking at Giroud's stats. He's only scored 3 in 20. Yeah, he scored, I think, 3 in 24 I saw. Either way, 3 in 24 I think was what, or 4 in 24 I think he's got for LA. But he had something like 43, 44 in 90 for AC Milan just before he came here. So you can tell, can't you? Even though it's a much lower standard, he was basically 1 in 2 at AC Milan. Immediately he's gone to LA, and you can just tell he's probably just chilling. He isn't taking it as seriously as maybe he should do, because he's getting paid a fortune. He's living in LA. He's living the dream, isn't he? Nick Nack, Milner is a manager's dream in terms of professionalism and mentality. Absolutely he is. Yeah, absolutely. Matty Knowles, is Nunes Saudi bound? I hope not. No, I hope not. I think Nunes is better than that. I think he's better than that. And here is Giroud. He's about to come on. Quick one before we start the second half. Again, it's a quick request. If you can, no pressure at all. But if you are planning to stay with us for the duration of this second half, if you're going to do the watch along with us, it would make a big, big help to me. It would be a big, big help to me if you watched us on YouTube. If you're planning to stick around, get over to YouTube, search Premier League Dad, like and subscribe the video, and you can watch us over there. It helps me in terms of watch hours. It doesn't make any difference to you. All the comments still come into the same place. I still talk to the camera. I still talk to you. We still interact. It's all exactly the same. In fact, on YouTube, you get better audio quality. You get a better camera angle. You get a scoreboard. You get a clock. You get goal animations. It's a bit better. A lot of people start with us on TikTok and gravitate over to YouTube. So if you could, no problem if you can't, no problem if you don't want to. That's absolutely fine. I'll love you either way. But if you do want to do me a big favour, just before we start kickoff, if you are going to stay with us, it would mean a lot if you went over to YouTube, Premier League Dad. And drop us a comment in when you get over there and let us know you've come over. Enzo Fernandez, I think he's also about to come on for Chelsea. I'm not sure who else. Matty Knowles, just a quick one. Are you watching the Boca Benfica game? The Boca Benfica game. What time's that? Is that 11? Or I'm not watching it. No, I was thinking about doing the late one, but no, I'm not going to be watching it. This is our last game tonight. We've done 2 games tonight, but I'm not going to be doing the next one. Messi fan, I can't sub because of age restrictions. Oh, because we've got, on the YouTube channel we've got a paid promotion. We've got a sponsor, so that might be why. Yeah. Well, hey, listen, I appreciate you doing it anyway, Messi fan. I appreciate you going and having a look. Even if you weren't able to, don't worry about it. I appreciate you staying either way. Right. So we're off and underway. The clock, I need to get it going again. We're off and underway. 12 seconds in. Chelsea 1, LA 0. How many more goals in this one? Could we get a goal glut? A goal glut, sorry. My realistic prediction, what is it, Messi? What are you saying? Romeo Lavia came off for Enzo Fernandez, and Reece James came off for Malo Gusto. And Ebo Bis came off for Olivier Giroud. So we've had 3 changes at half-time. Messi fan thinks 50-49 for LAFC. Nick Nack, big drop-off. Maybe he's hit the wall. Maybe, yeah. Chris Morley, I'm going to do both TikTok and on YouTube. Cheers, Chris. Top man. Appreciate that, mate. Nick Nack, Bijol would be a great signing for Leeds, but apparently Newcastle interested as well. Yeah, he is. He's a talented player, isn't he? Very, very talented player. How old is he? 20, 24, 25, something like that. He's a good player. Very, very good player. How much are they paying for him? Oh, he's nearly 20. He's 26, actually. 26. I thought he was younger than that. And he can play everywhere, can't he? He can play centre-back. He can play midfield. He's a very, very good player. Not sure he's a Newcastle type sign in mind, but time will tell. £63 caps for Slovenia, 17 million quid. You can't say more. You can't say too much about that. It's fair, isn't it? For a 26-year-old who's got good experience in Serie A. Yeah. Mackie 94. Where can I get that Opal PSG shirt from? Smart that. Do you know what? I don't know. I imagine you can get them from some like retro shirt places nowadays. I'm sure you could find it. It's got Ronaldinho on the back, that one. LA coming forward. Gives it away again. Far too easy. Far too easy for Chelsea, this. It's exhibition football. Absolute exhibition football. Mackie 94, would you sell? Yeah, I mean, that's not why I put it up there. Like, I'm not advertising it, but yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm giving them all away, mate. I'm giving them all away. There's I am under immense pressure from my wife to get rid of the shirts that I've got. I've got well over 100 club shirts. Well over 100. I've got, like I said, I've got this Monaco one here, which has got Golovin on the back. Most of them don't actually have a name on the back. That one's got Ronaldinho. That one's got Golovin. I've got a Totti one, a Roma Totti one. I've got a couple of Malaga ones. I've got Boca Juniors somewhere. I did have a Fiorentina one, but I don't think I have it anymore. I've got a lot of good shirts, a lot of nice shirts, and the plan is to maybe do a giveaway at the start of next season. If people are subscribed on YouTube, subscribed on, or following on TikTok, I'll do something of a draw when the start of the new Premier League season kicks off, and it'll either be maybe a kit from behind me, or if people want a new kit, I'll buy you a new kit if you win. So it might be something like that. But we'll do details of that closer to the time. Chris Morley, any predictions as to what crazy money will be spent in the summer window? Yeah, no, that's a question. I think it's going to be a big season for Liverpool, for Arsenal, for City, all three. I mean, City have spent like, is it like 300 million City have spent in the last 6 months? Spent big cash, haven't they, City? Liverpool are going to spend more. I think Liverpool might drop another 200, 300 million. It really wouldn't surprise me. We've got a big summer coming up because we need to replace a lot of players. Arsenal, again, it wouldn't surprise me if they do 100, 150 million. So I think we might see maybe £1 billion plus across the Premier League. Because Chelsea are always good for dropping some big cash. I think Spurs, Man United have already dropped some big cash, or are at least planning to. Owen, what are you watching? Chelsea? Yeah, we're watching Chelsea LA. Owen, Mackie 94 would love that. I'm into my retro shirts. I'm a Bolton fan. Nice, yes, would love that, mate. Obviously, we've got a lot of club fans, but I don't think we've got a Bolton fan who follows us regularly. So it'd be nice to have a Bolton fan. I loved Bolton back in the day. Loved Bolton back in the day. I remember Sam Allardyce getting Bolton in Europe when you had Nicolas Anelka and Ivan Campo, and just an unbelievable good side that, wasn't it? Great side. The Villa siblings, do you have any classic Villa shirts? I do, yeah. I've got one, I think it was about 2006, 2007, John Carew home shirt. I've got that. That was quite a nice one. I got that one because I really, really liked that Villa midfield. You had Young, Milner, Downing. It was then, and I loved that. Was a great Villa side. Carew, you had Young, Milner, Downing. I think you had Larson and Melberg at the back. I think you had Brad Friedel in goal. Luke Young, I think, was on the right or on the left. He had a very good side. Very good side. But yeah, John Carew. Owen City by Livramento. I can't see it. He might be a bit too expensive for him. Knick-Knack, Okocha, Dugarry too. I don't think Dugarry was Birmingham, wasn't he? I don't think he played for... Dugarry didn't play for Bolton, did he? I might have that wrong. You might be right there, Knick-Knack. I don't think he did. I'm sure Okocha surely did and Djorkaeff did, yeah. But I don't think Dugarry did. There was Ngotti, and Gotti did. He was a PSG player. But Dugarry came and he went to Birmingham. Maybe he did go to Bolton, actually. Let's check. Christophe Dugarry. He was a very good player, wasn't he? Christophe Dugarry. Did he go to Bolton? He didn't. He was Birmingham. He was Birmingham for 2 years. Do you know who else was a bit of a throwback? Finidi George. Finidi George from Ipswich. What a player he was. My mistake. Hey, listen, it happens. We all make mistakes. I made one once. DR Mario. Hi, good to see you back. Good to see you, mate. Good to have you on the channel. Domenico. Ciao, Domenico. Messi fan, what was that shot? He absolutely smashed it wide, didn't he? Chelsea, hang the ball up. It's 2, surely. Oh, unlucky. Just wide. I think it took a big deflection there. It's going to be a corner. Mackie 94, yeah, went to them games. What a team and great memories. We've just sold our top goal scorer today. Who? Who's your top goal scorer? I'll level with you. I've not watched enough of Bolton in recent years. But I like Bolton. I've got a soft spot for Bolton. The last time I remember really watching Bolton properly was when you had Zach Clough. Feels like a long time ago now, I imagine. Liverpool played you in the FA Cup and you were battering us. And Zach Clough, I think Zach Clough scored, but he was playing really well. We played you at the Reebok or the Macron or whatever it's called now. I don't know what it's called, but I'm still calling it the Reebok. But we played you there, I think, in the FA Cup, and you battered us. Zach Clough was all over us, and then Coutinho scored a worldie, and we won it in the end. But I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Bolton. Messi fan, was that a save or a deflection? It was a deflection. Maureen Nolan, what channel is the game on? I'm on DAZN UK, and Nothing's on, and DAZN USA. You can watch it on Channel 5. Yeah, go on Channel 5, Maureen, it's on there. Mackie 94, Aaron Collins dropped down to League 2 to the MK franchise, and yeah, Coutinho ripped us apart that night. He did it to most. Honestly, Coutinho's one of my favourite ever Liverpool players. Loved him. Absolutely loved him. Who would be your... This is an interesting... I mean, just as an interesting one, who would be your... Just in your lifetime, because I'm guessing, Mackie 94... Yeah, you're probably not a much older than me. Or much younger than me, rather. We're probably about the same sort of age. What would you say in your lifetime is your best Bolton... your best Bolton 11? SCFC Martin, Stockport fan here. Yeah, we watched County. We did County in the playoffs. I mean, I know you didn't end up going through against Orient in the penalty shootout, but we watched Stockport in the game against Leyton Orient and a game against Notts County you played as well before them. Yeah, we watched both legs. Really unlucky County this year. We was robbed. Yeah, the game. Which one was that actually? Was it? I'm trying to remember which game, because we've watched that many on here, mate. But we watched both games of the county playoffs. LA are in here. Oh, he should have scored. Who was that? Was that Giroud? No, it was Bouanga. Very nearly 1-1 that. Should have been 1-1. Good save from Sanchez. Very, very good save. SCFC, yeah, 5 yards offside. I remember the one now. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Although, I will say this, in defence of the referee, as a balanced, I think you probably got away with one at the other end. I think you probably got away with one at the other end, because you definitely should have conceded a penalty as well. But that was the fair result. I think going back to Edgeley Park, you had the thing. But then even at Edgeley Park, you should have had a man sent off. I can't remember who it was. He definitely should have got sent off for that tackle. I really thought, but you were. I was rooting for Stockport. Of course, I wanted Stockport to go through. I was gutted that you didn't. Quite like Dave Challoner and his long throws. Luke, favourite ever player to never play for Liverpool? My favourite ever player to never play for Liverpool? Ronaldinho. Yeah, Ronaldinho. Loved him. That's a good question, actually. Your favourite ever player not to play for your club? I mean, most people will say Messi, won't they? I guess I'm stupid. Some people think I'm stupid. Well, many people do. But I honestly think Ronaldinho's peak was better than Messi's. Ronaldinho's peak was a joy to behold. It was so beautiful. He was such a wonderful player. He made football fun. And Messi was unbelievable. Messi's just insane. So's Ronaldo. But yeah, I'm one of them. I think Ronaldinho at his absolute best was just unreal. Messi fan, we haven't used the Coutinho money yet. I mean, in fairness, we've just kept selling players and not signing anyone. We signed Kee last year for 10 million quid, and we've won loads. We've won absolutely loads. So we've got to spend the money at some point. SCFC Martin, that doesn't matter. Yeah. No, listen, whatever helps you sleep at night, mate. But I agree. I was hoping that County would come up. Luke personally minds Lingard. J Lings. With his, one of them celebrations or whatever it is he used to do. Yeah, no, I wasn't a fan of Lingard. It's quite funny when he left United. And again, he was another one of those players who left United and became really, really good. Emiliano, hello, I'm back. Good to see you, Emiliano. How's it going? Good to see you, mate. FM No Casuals, Chelsea are very meh. Yeah, I mean, I felt like that all last season though as well. Like this is Chelsea in their pre-season. So if they're meh now, they're meh during the regular season. Maybe they're just full-time meh. Maybe that's just how Chelsea are. Messi fan, you say Dybala. Dybala. If you're just catching up, by the way, we're talking about the favourite player to never play, like, that didn't play for your club. Whoever you support, you can't choose a player that played for your club. But give us one that, didn't, that you really, really liked. Maybe not like a Messi or someone like that. Maybe give us a surprise one. Mackie94, Juicy, Gardner and Gotti, Cahill, Steinson, Speed, Okocha, Nolan, Campo, Anelka and Kevin Davis. Not Juve. Not McSpitty. Hated him. I hated him. Still do. But I like that. That's a good lineup. Gardner was good. Cahill was very, very good, wasn't he? Didn't think Gotti or Steinson would get in there. I thought you'd have gone for, for someone else. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. There's quite a lot of good players back then, I guess. But Nolan, Campo, Okocha, Speed, yeah, like them. I always remember Kevin Nolan and various others have always said that one of the best finishers they ever played with was Mario Jardel. And he used to come to training at Bolton. And he turned up and he was bigger than me. He was massive, wasn't he, Mario Jardel, when he turned up at Bolton. But, yeah, I mean, Mario Jardel apparently used to, in training at Bolton, all the players used to be like one of the best finishers they'd ever seen. He was insane. But he only played about 10 games for Bolton, I think. And then he ended up going to the Qatari League or something. But he was incredible, wasn't he? Mackie Steinton was class. I'm only 31, but I've seen a lot of good players. You have, yeah. I was going to say Bolton. Bolton were a very good team for a very long time, and it feels like a lot of people have forgot about Bolton in the Prem. But I'd like to see you back. I'd like to see you back one day. Nick Nack, Jaskalainen, Ben Haim, yeah. I would have thought maybe Ben Haim or certainly Stelios Giannakopoulos. Stelios was brilliant, wasn't he? McAteer. Did we sign Jason McAteer from Bolton? We did, didn't we? Jason McAteer was a good player. Yeah. McGinley, Juve, Pedersen, yeah. Nolan Cahill, Giannakopoulos, Elmander. Johan Elmander scored one of the best goals I've ever seen for when he scored at Wolves. That little, like, if you look at it, search it on YouTube if you've never seen it or you don't remember it. Johan Elmander, Bolton against Wolves. One of the best goals I've ever seen. If Bergkamp scores that, we're still watching it today. Unreal. FM No Casuals, Ben Haim was awful, end of career, sadly. Yeah, I mean, I thought he was decent at Bolton, but he was shocking at Chelsea, wasn't he? And Portsmouth and wherever else he ended up. But yeah, he was a solid defender at Bolton. Unknown FRX, which striker do you think Liverpool should sign? I would, to be honest, if you're asking, like, if it was up to me, if it was purely up to me, I wouldn't sell Darwin Núñez. I would keep Darwin Núñez. I think he's one of the best strikers we could possibly have. I don't think there's anyone who's an easy upgrade on him, unless we go out and we get Alvarez or Isak. If we aren't signing either of those two, if it ain't Alvarez, it ain't Isak, I'm not interested. If it ain't Alvarez or Isak, for me, keep Núñez. I'll be gutted if we sell Darwin Núñez and we end up getting someone like friggin' Gyökeres or Sesko or Ekitike. Emiliano, not a bad game from LA at all. No, they've been quite competitive, haven't they? Liam Delap is coming on to make his Chelsea debut. I'm sure he might spice this up a bit. He might really give it a go. Luke, LUFC, worst fans in your opinion? Worst fans? Do you know what? It's difficult to say. It's difficult to say, but I don't think I can give you an answer to that, because there's shades in every fan base. And as far as I'm concerned, what team you support doesn't make you a good or a bad person. It doesn't make any difference to me, really. So yeah, there's good and bad people all over the place. Who they support doesn't really make much of a difference. So yeah, I don't think there is a good and a bad fan base. There's certainly irritating fan bases. I would say Arsenal are more irritating than the average fan base. I think many would agree with that right now. Some would say Liverpool, some would say United. United are pretty delusional. Arsenal fans are pretty delusional. But again, with social media, the absolute worst of the worst, the noisiest rises to the top. You know, the squeaky wheel makes the loudest noise and all that. So it's always going to be, yeah, it's always going to be Arsenal and United fans for me that are the most irritating. But they're not terrible fans. You know, United's away support is like remembered all over. United's away support's one of the best around. They follow them everywhere. Chris Morley, player I wish played for my club. It would be a toss-up between Buffon or Pirlo in their prime. Would also say Totti, but also follow Roma as well. See, do you know what? I tell you what, if we're talking worse then, Nick Nack, Roma fans, Italian fans, but when I went to Roma are the worst. Roma are the worst fans I've encountered. I've been all over Europe watching Liverpool, and the worst fans I've encountered by some distance are Roma fans. The worst. Everyone else is, and pretty much every other place has been sound, you know. And maybe I've just been unlucky. Maybe there's a lot of Roma fans who are fantastic, but yeah, I had a really rough time in Roma. Well, not just me, but all Liverpool fans, to be honest. We went to the semi-final in Rome, and yeah, it was rough, that one. Really, really rough. West Ham. Yeah, West Ham. FM No Casuals, you know it. Gobbo, Darwin is so bad, man. Incredible work rate, but god-awful finisher. If he starts games, mate, he scores. We've seen that. Look at the stats. Darwin Núñez has something like 56-something goals and assists in about 70-odd starts for Liverpool. If he starts games, Darwin Núñez, generally, he gets goals. He's a very good player. If he just comes off the bench and he's taken out the side, which is... I think he needs rhythm and he needs confidence. He needs a manager to believe in him. Darwin Núñez is a great player. He's a very, very good player. Nick Nack, there do seem to be a lot of whingy fans out there, especially Spurs and Arsenal. Yeah, maybe it's geographically concentrated in London. I don't know. Maybe they are a little bit more whingy in London than elsewhere. That's the north-south divide coming back again. I don't know. They call us, what is it, the northern monkeys and southern furries, or whatever they call us. Emiliano, but the fan support in England is bad compared to German teams. The stadiums are very quiet. I know, but do you know what? I'm not sure I agree with that, mate. I think in Germany, yeah, the German stadiums are brilliant, but I think the culture in England is very, very different. You've got to look at England. There's nowhere else in the world where you get 4th and 5th tier games that have 30,000 people. There was like, was it 60,000 people watching the National League playoff final at Wembley? It was like 60,000 people. It was one of the record attendances. You don't get that in any other country, including Germany. So I do agree that, you know, the top level, maybe they're a bit more vocal. And I love going to German football games, but I don't know if that's anything to do with... That's probably in part because when you go to a Premier League game, you feel like you're getting ripped off, don't you? Premier League tickets are like extortionate nowadays. You know, if you go to a German football game, you're not packed in like a sardine. Oh, it's wonderful play. It should be 2. That was a great run. Was that Delap? That was a great run. I think it was Delap. That's a great sign for Chelsea. It was a great run from him, right into the channel. Timed his run brilliant. Cole Palmer plays him in, and Delap, I tell you what, I know it's only against LAFC, but if I'm a Chelsea fan, I am very, very pleased with the signs I've just seen there. That's a really, really good bit of play by Delap. Smart, gets his head down, turns and runs at the defender, commits the defender, gets to the byline, puts a good ball back, and to be honest, Enzo Fernandez, if he was a bit sharper, he'd have probably made that 2-0 there. Luke, Arsenal or Millwall are mine. What is in the worst fans? Yeah, again, Millwall have got bad reputations, haven't they? Again, they precede them. Chelsea should have made it 2. Again, smashed over the bar there from Cole Palmer. Poor. Chris Morley, they are a bit mad. Think it's a Rome thing in general. Lazio are rough as well. Yeah. To be honest, the Stadio Olimpico, everything around Rome and the capital city, there's parts of it obviously that are beautiful and historic and lovely. Oh, but the rest of it, I found it so... Yeah, it's just a mad place. It was a mad, mad place. And it was really violent as well. Mackie, Nunes flop, unfortunately, would love Isak to Liverpool. He would be unreal. I honestly do think Isak is on. Isak is on. Think about it. Liverpool have just paid £100 million for Florian Wirtz, right? We didn't sign anyone last season. So we've got a big chunk of PSR headroom. We've got a lot of money Liverpool can spend without being in danger of being hurt by PSR. We've got a lot of headroom. Now add into that we're probably going to sell 8 or 9 players, right? Let's tally it up now. We'll tally it up, right? So you've got Trent has gone for 10 million quid. So 10 on Trent. Kelleher has gone for 12 million quid. Again, let's call it 10. Let's give conservative estimates, right? Simicast will probably go, again, 10. Right? Kostas Simicast, 10. Kwanzaa, maybe 40. Maybe 30. Let's call it 35, right? 35 Jarrell Kwanzaa. I think Harvey Elliott goes, again, you're probably talking 50. Call it 45. Let's go conservative again. 45 Harvey Elliott. Chiesa, maybe we get back what we paid for him. 10. Right? So Chiesa goes. Then you're talking Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz is minimum 75. Darwin Núñez, minimum 60. Right? Then you've got to look at Ben Doak. I think Ben Doak goes for close to 25. Maybe call it 20. Let's round it down. Then Tyler Morton, who plays for England under-21s. He's flying, right? So let's talk Tyler Morton. He probably goes for somewhere approaching 20. Again, let's call him 20. Let's say 20 to be conservative. Then you've got Bajcetic. He might stay, but I think he might actually go as well. So let's say Bajcetic goes, and again, you're probably talking 25 to 30. But let's go 20 conservatively. So that's 20, 40, 60, 120, 200, 210, 255, 325 million quid. Right? 325 million quid just in player sales there. Now, some of those might stay. But I think an absolute bare minimum, Liverpool net at least another 250 in player sales. Now, Wirtz, Frimpong, Kerkez, they've cost us 170 so far. So we're probably on a plus. I think if we get our business done, very early, and if we get encouragement from Alexander Isak, I think that's what's going to take. It's going to take Alexander Isak to say, I'm telling you, I want to leave. I think if he comes to Newcastle and he says, I want to leave, I firmly believe Liverpool will get him. And I think we'll get him for close to, maybe not much more than we paid for Wirtz. Maybe 120. Maybe we can manage it down as well, because Newcastle don't mind. I think Newcastle would take quite a lot of those players, by the way. Newcastle would be better with Harvey Elliott. I think they'd be better with Jarrell Kwanzaa. There's a lot of players I think that Newcastle would take from Liverpool. So, you look at it and I think if Liverpool went and spent 120 on Isak, 100 on Wirtz, 30 on Frimpong, 35, 40 on Kerkez. We've not even included Andy Robertson in that, by the way, as well. Andy Robertson we could probably maybe add a bit more on. But you're still looking at 300 million plus. Liverpool have got a lot of sales in the bank to come. And it's just how we get our business done. AM10, do you think we will sell all these players because of squad depth? But there's a lot of those players, mate. If you look at the players, a lot of them, well, one, they've already gone. Trent we've already replaced. Kelleher we've already replaced. Arguably Tsimikas we've already replaced with Kerkez. Jarrell Kwanzaa will need a new centre-back, of course. Hey, and this is another thing, we might also sell Ibrahim Konate. Hopefully we don't, but if Konate refuses to sign a contract, he probably goes. So we might have to then go and buy a big new centre-back. Maybe, there's rumours about Jared Branthwaite. There's rumours about us going and looking at maybe Castello Lukeba at Leipzig, who was fantastic in the under-21s game the other night, by the way. Lukeba was brilliant for France. He was fantastic. So, lots and lots of talent that Liverpool are looking at, and I think there's a lot of money we could go and get. And if the club think that Alexander Isak is the upgrade that they need, there's not many upgrades on Darwin Núñez, and I think the only ones there are is Alvarez and Isak. That's it. Kieran Baines, I wish Delap had stayed at Ipswich. Yeah, he's a good centre-forward. We always knew he'd do well at Chelsea, but I don't know if he goes there and absolutely rips it up, but that little moment there has impressed me. He's going to shoot here. He's one-on-one here. If he shoots, that wasn't particularly smart play from him. That was a bit naive. But that's where he'll learn, and he's just fouled a player as well. That was a bit naive from Delap. A little bit naive, but good signs we've seen in the early few minutes. Chris Morley, in fairness, Italian fans in general are very tribal and gang-like. That said, ultras in Italy are both scary and the most helpful and caring people out there. It takes all clubs, it's just a few bad eggs. Exactly, yeah. I remember being sat with the Malaga ultras. I remember watching Malaga against Las Palmas at La Rosaleda in Spain. And I sat with the Malaga ultras and they were mad. They were absolutely mad. Probably a bit intimidating as well, but I'm that kind of guy. I'm just an intimidating brute of a man. Nick Nack, losing a lot of strength in depth if you sell all these guys. Well, a lot of them though. A lot of them don't play a lot of games. Like Ben Doak, Tyler Morton, Lewis Koumas. Another one that I didn't mention, Lewis Koumas. Neil Dans. All these players, they're not going to be playing a lot of footy for us next year. So, and they didn't play a lot last year. So Chiesa didn't play a lot. There's not many players in there that are immediate first team, like immediate starters. So yes, we do lose a little bit, but there's other players coming through. I'm not overly worried by it. Nick Nack, nobody's paying 60 million for Núñez. I guarantee you, I guarantee you, and I'm happy to do a forfeit on this, I absolutely guarantee you that the sale, Darwin Núñez goes for at least £60 million. Bare minimum. There's no way anyone pays less than £60 million for Darwin Núñez. He's too good. Right, 1 second. Let me catch up. John Steve 8810. Can you see Slot giving Doak a chance next season? I can't, mate. No, I don't think he will. I think he's going out. Probably. I don't think he'll go on loan. I think he needs a permanent move away. Probably. Everton seems to be the one that, David Moyes really likes him. So he might be the one to cross the Merseyside. He might be playing at the Hill Dickinson Arena next year. So I don't know. I don't think that that Doak will get time at Liverpool. If I'm honest, if I'm really, really brutally honest, I don't think he's good enough. He was impressive at Borough, but not so impressive that I'm looking at him thinking, do you know what? He could replace Salah him. He's a young player. He's a bit like Harvey Elliott in many ways. Very good player, but not good enough to make the first team. And if he's not good enough to make the first team, you kind of have to do the right thing and say, well, do you know what? Maybe you need to move on. Maybe you need to, for your own sake, for your career, you need to move. Because as much as we'd love to keep Harvey Elliott's brilliant. We'd love to keep him. It's not the right thing, though. It's not the right thing. It's not the right thing for him. It's not the right thing for the club. Because the club can sell him and get 50 million quid and go and buy someone else that maybe improves the team and has a real chance. AM10, they offered us Gordon beginning of last season. We said no because they asked for Kwanzaa. Well, yeah, again, I mean, Gordon, I think now we're not that interested in. Gordon we were interested in, I'm sure, but not anymore. I think this season Harvey Barnes has displaced him, hasn't he? So, FM No Casuals, Lewis Koumas is my GOAT on FM at Vaduz. Someone called Nallo too. Yeah, Amara Nallo. Amara Nallo played centre-back for Liverpool in the Champions League this season. He came off the bench as a centre-back against PSV away, and he got sent off. Oh, it's 2! It's a great goal. It's Enzo Fernandez. It's a wonderful ball in from the right-hand side. And Enzo makes it 2-0 Chelsea. And I said there'd be another goal in this game. That's wonderful. AM10, I think Koumas is a great player. Yeah, very good player. Nallo got sent off against PSV. Came on the pitch. I think he was only on for a few minutes. AM10, I hope Trey Nyoni gets a loan or more minutes next season. I'd like Nyoni and I'd like Bajcetic to get more time, for sure. Right, now that's scored, how are Chelsea doing for a corner? Because I could definitely do with checking on the corner situation. FM No Casuals using those free loans as a feeder club. Right, okay, so right, okay, under 7 cards. How many cards has there been? 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've got under 7. Right, so basically, as long as there's no more than 2 cards in the last 10 minutes, I've won a bit of cash. Thank God for that. FM No Casuals, I swear I do these builders knowing full well it ain't coming in. Mine's coming in as long as there's not... Oh! As long as there's not 3 yellow cards. There can be 2. There can be 2 cards, but not 3 in the last 10 minutes. Luke, LUFC, who do you think will win the Prem next season? Who do I think will win the Prem? I mean, you'd have to say Liverpool are favourites at this point, surely, wouldn't you? I mean, I'm not being biased as a Liverpool fan here saying that. We've breezed the league title by Christmas pretty much. We know everyone thought Liverpool were going to win it from Christmas onwards. We did win it quite comfortably and we pretty much lost. We were having a party in April and May. We was on holiday in Ibiza for the last month of the season. We lost our last 5 games. We still pretty much won it by 10 points. It was an absolute breeze for Liverpool, and I think the onus is on City and Arsenal to prove that they can step up and catch us. And I'm not quite convinced that they have just yet. I have been very impressed by City's transfers. I think City have got an opportunity to get in front. Depends, I guess, on what Liverpool do. Wirtz, Kerkez and Frimpong are very good signings for us too. Arsenal I'm really not worried about. So I think it's a toss of a coin between Liverpool and City. City, a lot will depend on what they do in the remaining months of the transfer window. So far, they've started very well, but I think they need a little bit more. I think they might need a centre-back. I think they might even need a goalkeeper. And they might need a winger. So maybe another 3 or 4 players for City, and potentially the rebuild is complete and Pep Guardiola can really start again. For Liverpool, it depends how quickly we move all those players I was just talking about, 8 to 10 players. Depends how quickly we move those players out. Depends if we move those players out. If we replace those players, you've got to ask yourself and see. Yeah, well, I don't know. I think Liverpool have got it so far. If you ask me to fingers in the draw, who do you think are going to win it? I do think Liverpool win it. I can't see it being anyone else other than Liverpool or City maybe, but not Arsenal. Ibrahim, honestly, it's not even that empty anymore. Maybe they've all been filtering. Do you know what they've been probably doing? They've probably been corralling people off the streets. Or, I tell you what they have been doing. I reckon this does happen quite a lot in games. They've probably been asking people to move around the stadium. Like, the ones who are behind the dugouts. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, can you all just move around and get a better... So then it looks fuller where the camera's pointed. Do you know what I mean? Might be that. Luke, who else do you think could contend? What about a Chelsea or a Villa? Mate, we've seen... Chelsea, I don't think so. I think Chelsea end up sacking Enzo Maresca before the end of the season. I'm not sure Chelsea compete. Aston Villa, they still have Europa League. It's not like they're not going to be playing European football. They're still going to have to contend with Europa League, but they've not got the Champions League money. I think Villa could get back in the Champions League next season and get in the top 5. That'll be their target. Premier League titles are no-go. Same with Newcastle. Success for Newcastle next season is 5th. 5th is success. Qualifying for the Champions League in back-to-back years and showing that they belong in that competition is success to Newcastle. Newcastle can't be that side that yo-yo in and out of the competition. The same way that they did 2 years ago and the same way that Villa did last season. They get in the Champions League, they're out of it the year after. Newcastle, they get in the Champions League, they're out of it the year after. They've got in it this year by the skin of the teeth, it should be said. If Villa get the right decision at Old Trafford on the final day, Villa probably make it, don't they? Villa should be in the Champions League by right in reality. But, the decision didn't go their way. The goal got ruled out at Old Trafford on the final day, and as a result, Newcastle are in it. On goal difference. So yeah, I have to say, it's gone to run out. I have to say I think it's only really being between Liverpool and City next season. Knick-knack, Villa are struggling with FFP. Yeah, they've not got a lot of headroom, have they? And that, again, that's a strategy from their point of view, isn't it? That's their decision is to have a 93% wage to turnover ratio. It's always going to be hard for them if they get things wrong, or if they don't quite get Champions League football and things like that. I'm Akito too. Chelsea, a dead team, to be honest. We are red, mate. HETXV, Vert will own the league. He is the next beast. Nice. I hope Luis Diaz will stay at Liverpool, says I'm Akito too. I'd like him to stay, but again, I don't think he will, if I'm really honest with you, mate. I'd like him to stay, but I don't think he will. I think he's on too little money. The poor lad is having to struggle by on £60,000 a week. Which, again, in fairness to him, 60 grand a week is not befitting one of the best wingers in world football. Every other winger of his level is on 200k plus minimum. And he could go to another club. If they were willing to pay what Liverpool wanted, he knows he could go to another club and be on 3-4 times his wages. And if I'm really honest, I think that's what's driving the move. That is what's driving the move. I think he'd want a contract in an ideal world. I think he'd want the contract at Liverpool. He wants Liverpool to pay him what he's worth. But Liverpool are like, well, I mean, you know what? Same as Trent hasn't got any obligation to Liverpool. Well, we've not got any obligation to you. You've signed a contract that's worth 60 grand a week that says you're getting paid less than, Antoine Semenyo at Bournemouth, even though you're twice the player. You're getting paid less than most, but you've got 2 years left on your contract. So, I'm sorry, you're staying for 2 years unless a club comes and puts big cash down on the table for you, and that's what it's going to boil down to, I think, for Luis Diaz. If someone comes in, whether it be Al Nassr or Al Hilal or maybe Barca, if they come in, they put 70, 80 million on the table, maybe Liverpool negotiate. At that point, we're not even interested in selling him. I'd rather keep him. Oh, Chelsea, could have been 3 there. Unlucky, really unlucky. Good save from Lloris. FM No Casuals. Doak is Everton or Palace. I'd rather he go to Palace for obvious reasons. I'd hate to hate Ben Doak because I like Ben Doak. He's a good player. HGTXV, Chelsea have spent all that money so poorly, in my opinion, they don't have one world-class player. That's not true. That's not true. Cole Palmer, Caicedo are world-class players. Cole Palmer and Caicedo are for sure world-class players. I'd even argue this season, Cucurella's not far off it, Cucurella's been very good this season. But Cole Palmer and Caicedo definitely are. Yeah, you're not getting better than Cole Palmer and Caicedo in their positions. I'd say the top 5. Top 5 in world football, for sure. Enzo isn't, I don't think, under the floodlights, no. I think if you're picking the top 5 centre mids in world football, I'm not even sure Enzo makes the top 10. He's a very good player, but I'm not sure he makes the top 10. He certainly doesn't make the top 5. You can name 5 centre mids better than Enzo. I reckon I could name 10. I don't think he is that player. But Caicedo, in his position, in that kind of deep lying, I think he's up there, for sure. Spencer Richardson, I was going to say that. I don't like him. He's a really good defender. Props top 5 left back in the Prem this season. Yeah, Spencer, 100% agree, mate. 100% agree. Absolutely. Nick Nack, LA have given a decent account of themselves tonight. They have, haven't they? Yeah, they've done all right. I mean, 2-0. It's not a bad shout. Cucurella, Euros winner. They still don't like him in... was it Germany they don't like him for because of the handball? Pure Loyalist, quick like and hello, mate. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Come on, Chelsea. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, as always. Hope you're doing well. Yes, thank you, by the way. If you haven't liked, please do like... Excuse me. Hey, please do like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, please do like and subscribe. If you're on TikTok, please consider giving us a follow up here. We're live every single day on this channel. We do at least one watch-along every single day. No football channel gives you more watch-alongs than this one. I keep saying it. Mark Goldbridge gave you 16 last month. I give you 60, 65. So 4 times as many watch-alongs on this channel. The proof is in the pudding. Mackie94, Cucurella don't rate at all. Spencer says he tracks back all the time. And under the floodlights says second best stats in the Prem for left back. There you go, Mackie. The stats speak for themselves. I mean, I think I didn't like Cucurella. He's annoying, isn't he? He's irritating. He's one of them. But I have to say I've been very, very impressed with him in the last 6 months or so. I think he's turned into a much better left back and he's had a good season for Chelsea. Whether or not I'd say he's like world class or whatever, I don't know. But he's done well. He's had a good season. And that could just be it, by the way. It could just be that he's had a good season. Sometimes people can't often differentiate between that, can they? Player's had a good season, therefore he's world class. Player has a bad season, therefore he's terrible. Doesn't work like that. Sometimes it's, form's temporary, class is permanent. Sometimes you just get bad lulls in form, and it does just happen. So, yeah, Cucurella might be a lot worse than we all giving him credit for. Maybe not. Maybe he kicks on. He might even be better than he is. King Sloth, sorry mate, Gabriel Pack plays for LA Galaxy, not LA. Pfft, you big silly goose. Can't believe you said that. We all knew Gabriel Mack played for LA Galaxy. Nick Nack, yeah, he had a tough start at Chelsea, but he's found his groove now. He has, hasn't he? Yeah, he has. Oh, another yellow card. Stop giving cards out. We don't want any more cards. Mackie94, I just watch him on his off days. Right, how many yellows are we on now? How many yellows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, I've got under 7. There's only 60 seconds left. No more yellows, ref. No more yellows. King Sloth said there's so many teams in the MLS now. I know, but I know you've got over 4.5. All right, well, you're done then, aren't you? You're sound. I just can't have any more. No more cards. Nick Nack, Cucurella did well at last summer's Euros with Spain. I thought he was all right, to be honest, in the Nations League games that we covered. We watched the Nations League games and he was really good in them. Right, we're into the last 60 seconds here. Galaxy. Oh, don't give that. That's not a pen. Shut up. You're not getting a pen for that. Behave yourself. Spencer, I need 2 more corners. Nah, you're not getting 2 more now. I think that's it. I think that's your whack. King Sloth, is Delap playing? Delap came on about the 60th minute. What a save. That was from Lloris. You've got 1 corner. Spencer. You might get 2. Here we go. Maybe you will. Maybe if this goes straight out off a corner again, they might get another chance. But the full time. Oh, you're not even going to get that. Oh, Spencer. I'm sorry. Gutted. There you go. I don't even know if that was a corner. I don't know if Lloris tipped it over. But it is full time. It's Chelsea 2, LA 0. Los Angeles 0. Chelsea get the win in the inaugural FIFA Club World Cup 2025 new format. He's blue. That's gutting. That's annoying, isn't it? Why did he let him play on? Absolutely shocking from that ref. We don't like him now. Costing you money. Spencer, I'm not, mate. I'm not staying up. My wife will be massively telling me off if I stay up shouting, watching Benfica and Boca. So no, I can't. My little girl's in bed next door, so I'm not gonna be watching that. I'm gonna be ending the live very, very shortly, and I will see you all tomorrow. What games have we got on tomorrow? Let's do a quick reminder. I'm not sure which games we are doing tomorrow because we did have the poll. What did the poll finish on? I don't know. I've not seen the poll. Let's have a see what the poll results were in the end. Poll live results. Chelsea, Los Angeles. The poll results say, what game are we watching tomorrow night? I asked you which one, and you've overwhelmingly voted. There you go. Fluminense against Borussia Dortmund getting 37% of the vote. And overwhelming winner. Tomorrow night, we're going to be watching England under-19s against Germany under-19s in the Euro under-19s Championship. So that's the game we're going to be watching. I am definitely going to be doing a new thumbnail because I've got Fluminense Dortmund on there at the minute. I'll take that down. I will redo the live and I'll put the new thumbnail on for tomorrow night. England under-19s against Germany under-19s. That's going to be a great watch. I'm looking forward to that. Pure Loyalist, all the best, Key. Speak soon. Same to you, mate. Same to you, Nick Nat. Cheers for the watch along. Under-19, smashed it. Love it. Spencer Richardson, did you see Spain under-19 results? Yeah, I've been keeping up with the under-19s tournament, you know. Spencer Richardson, I'm in work at 3 a.m, so I should be asleep right now. Well, yeah, mate, no, we're going to be doing... I will be keeping an eye on the Dortmund game, but people have voted... And they have voted for England under-19s v Germany. The old World War II derby. So we're going to be watching that. Rubes, where have you been all my life? Not seen you tonight. Good to have you though, mate. Always good. I am just about to leave, so yeah, sorry. But I am just about to leave. King Sloth is still playing like the next RR9, like all Chelsea fans think he is. He did do all right when he came on. I'll say that. Delap did okay when he came on. I thought he was all right. He wasn't, like, amazing, but he had a couple of moments. You know, just a little couple of moments where he picked the ball up and he ran. He ran at the back line and he caused them problems. He committed them. He got to the byline, pulled the ball back and created a couple of chances. I thought he was quite positive in how he played. So, admittedly, it's only maybe 20, 25 minutes, but I thought Liam Delap was very positive. Cheers, Rubes. Spencer Richard, 48 to 1, £15 on. Nice. I need Benfica and Panama to win. Why are you betting on Panama? Why are you putting? Why do people on this channel have got? Honestly, there's loads of people who are in the chat consistently betting on Panama. What is it with Panama? Kingsloth, I'll see you tomorrow, mate. Cheers for the gift, mate. I will see you all tomorrow. I am going to end the live, actually. Nick Nack, England v Germany, 2 nights running. Oh, God, yeah, it's the under-21s, isn't it, the night after? Oh, yeah, that could be a good idea. Hey, you've put the... I'm saluting that. You've put the... yeah. I love that. We'll do that. Nobody you know, only World War II for the derby. World War II for the derby. I don't know what that means. I meant the World War II derby for England and Germany. It was, yeah, I don't know. FM No Casuals, Prem Dad, meet up Warrington. I'm game, yeah. Why not? We'll go for a bevy. We'll do a Prem Dad meet-up. I said we'll do something like that when we hit 10, 20, maybe 20k, 25k subs. That makes sense, doesn't it? When we get to that level, we'll do like a... I might have to do a ticketed event at that point. But we'll do something. It'll be nice to have a little meet-up. Me and you can talk obscure football bets, can't we, mate? And you can teach me footy manager. But yeah, we'll do something like that. Definitely do that. 10k sounds cush. Nice, mate. Like it. Okay. Right, but what about the first World War? No, but it was, again, that was more of a mixed bag. It was more of a slobber knocker, that one, wasn't it? More of a slobber knocker. I'll give you that one. Right, okay. I am going. Yeah, take care, lad. Up the Panama. Yeah. I'll see you all tomorrow night, about 5 o'clock, 4, 5 o'clock we'll go live. I'll redo the thumbnail, but I'll see you all about tea time, 5 o'clock tomorrow night. Take it easy, have a lovely Monday night, and I'll see you all tomorrow.